because
nailed him.
Yeah. Are we ready?
You had to do it to him.
Yeah.
Are we ready to start?
We're ready to
Yeah,
start.
I'm ready.
All right.
Load us up.
Boom.
Hey!
There we are. Let's start the pay-per-view.
I'm trying to make
The
my thighs look-
PPV. I say pay-per-view to a lot of people, and I think less people understand what I'm actually talking about.
Nowadays, what other sport other than boxing involves a pay-per-view?
None. Maybe concerts. Like I feel like maybe you could do like Celine Dion from Rio de Janeiro or something.
MMA still pay-per-view?
Well, isn't
yeah,
MMA
yeah.
still like special events or something? Like they have branding. They don't call them
Oh,
pay-per-views
yeah,
either.
yeah.
Yeah, they're
Interesting.
like big event or something events. Yeah.
Interesting.
So-
Even
Yeah.
movies are on demand now.
I wonder
Porn?
why? Is there a stigma to that?
What?
What? The idea of someone paying for pornography is so foreign.
Well, you talked about it at the Fall Brawl episode that we did,
Yeah.
where people will buy wrestling DVDs.
Sure.
When you were
right.
at F4A, people bought porn still.
Yeah, actually they did.
Weird.
But they were all like special people. I feel like perhaps they might legally not be allowed to look at those things on computers.
They don't have a debit card?
What do you mean?
Or
Special is like handicapped?
No, I mean as in sexual,
Holy shit! Whoa!
sexual offenders.
How did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I figured at that point they'd just be dying like Dora the Explorer DVDs.
Now we've all worked retail, right? And sometimes you could tell who were
Yeah.
the deviants that came
Yeah.
in, like who the sex. We used to have them. I used to be a manager at Best Buy. We used to have them come in routinely, and people would just stay away from them. You just know, like, oh, this guy fucking.
Yeah, just let him do his thing.
He's a kid diddler.
He's gonna come up. He's gonna buy
Yeah.
like 3 Clarissa Explains It All seasons, and then we're gonna call it a day and act like nothing happened.
They're remaking that, by the way. You know that?
Yeah.
With like her as an adult.
Of course,
Yeah.
why not?
We are completely out of ideas.
Well, they're doing Buffy as a black girl now. That's
That's
happening.
really.
That makes more
Yep.
sense.
Daria's
Black
coming
Girl.
back. Let's bring Daria. They did. That Dario's back again. They're going to do that again.
Yeah. So here's the thing. It does feel like we're out of ideas, but like we've been doing this forever. You know, like The Thing, possibly the greatest horror movie of all time, was a remake.
Yep.
Which was also a remake based on a book. You know, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, like the classic Invasion of the Body Snatchers, that was the third Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
The Fly was actually much better than the original.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, you know, we've been doing this forever. Everything
Yeah.
is just a remake of something.
And
You
I
know,
would
how many
say-
Frankensteins have there been? How many Draculas have there been? It's just a good story's a good story.
I guess the my counterpoint to that would be like how many good remakes have there been? We've got The Fly. We've got The Thing. I haven't seen it yet. I heard that's really good,
It's all right.
but
But I haven't seen the original, so I can't.
You never saw the original It? You don't have 4 hours to spare?
I get scared.
Yeah.
Man.
Tim Curry scares the
Yeah.
shit out of you?
There's a reason like Rick and I were doing scary or like streaming on Tuesdays. We didn't do scary games.
Yeah.
You didn't like the Spookums, huh?
We don't do scary movies
Well, you
either.
no,
for
but
better
you
movies.
liars! You did
movies.
Resident Evil. Isn't that
Oh,
Spookums?
yeah. Yeah. A little. That's a little.
You're talking about like the I know what you're saying, like Fear or like
Yeah.
some of those games where it's like the scary face, loud sound, jump at you, and make your crappy pants.
We didn't see
I
The
don't
Purge.
like crapping my pants. We didn't see The Purge. We didn't see. I wanted to see Happy Death Day actually.
Is
but
The
it just
Purge
never came around.
a horror movie? I thought it was just
So
like,
here's the thing.
stupid.
I don't mind horror. I don't like blood and gore unless
Okay.
it's like a purpose. Like I can deal. I watched Kill Bill the other day. I could deal with it in Kill Bill, but like the Hostel movies,
Saw, you're out.
I can't do any of them.
Okay.
No.
What about like old school, like the Nightmare on Elm Street or the Friday the 13th? I mean, that's
I'm
pretty
fine with
gory.
those.
You're okay with those?
Yeah.
Okay. Those were a little bit more cheesy in retrospect.
For sure.
Fucking
I'm sure they were terrifying.
Friday the 13th
What was
were
it,
fights.
84? 83? 84?
What's
When
that?
Friday the 13th come out.
I think 81.
Wow.
Yeah, I think Nightmare was 83.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that sounds right.
Oh, that's what I meant.
right.
That's what.
Some of the Nightmare on Elm Streets, like after the third one, it derails into comedy real fast.
Oh, after 3 is where it starts, and then it's just
By the way, 3 might be one of my favorite horror sequels of all time. Nightmare on Elm Street 3, The Dream Warriors.
Dream Warriors?
Love that movie.
it's a great movie.
Interesting.
So fucking good.
I've never
Halloween
seen
2
it.
is my favorite
Is that the
sequel.
one
I've never
where
seen any of the Halloween.
he like
Very good.
bangs a Freddy nurse and then gets trapped in a
Yes!
a waterbed?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. It's tremendous. And then he takes one guy and turns into a living marionette doll.
Yep.
With like the
So
Lock
I
him
know,
up.
I know
Lock
we
him up.
haven't quite started yet. I don't know how to
This
point
is our
to this
banter.
person. Yeah. Like, okay, look at the dude between.
Oh, I know.
Tony-
I wrote it down, dude.
He is quite possibly the most 1999 to 2000 guy of all time.
Fucking smart too. Like constant smart.
Look
like,
at that.
Oh,
Oh.
Jesus. Ty,
Ugh.
you have ties to Canada.
I've never.
I blame you for this.
Why?
I blame you for this.
Why? Because like you
Look at the hoodie.
1 out of X amount of people.
Damn! Ah! I thought I'd set it up. We're gonna let me know, and Greg's not paying attention anyway. We can say anything about Greg. You won't know.
All right.
I'm like entranced by this dude.
Look at him.
I know.
Look at that hair.
He keeps it going for a while too.
I know this guy.
Yeah.
Not personally.
Does he come into the store
I
a
just know
lot?
his type. Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like me when I was 16.
He looks like the kind of guy who doesn't want to play D&D because it's too mainstream.
Look at this guy.
Oh boy.
You see the Hogan guy next to him in the mask?
Hate
See him on the upper right?
Yeah.
I kept trying to get a picture of him for the Twitter account, but not close enough. Couldn't do it.
If you guys want to beat boop any social media, I figure we'll give it like 5 minutes, 6:30, kick off the actual show.
Do you want me to stop the video then?
Unless you guys want to just do it now. I mean,
Just do it now.
Yeah, we're fine. Let's
all right,
take
cool.
this off.
Let's go right ahead. All right,
do this stuff.
here we
That's
go.
what they came for.
WCWTF.
WCWT.
You just make the W. Make the W.
Okay, good.
Boom.
Boom. Got it.
And tease the TF.
Okay. I thought T
You're
stood
the
for touching.
fuck.
Well, I am T, so I'll just do like
There you go.
Woo woo!
All right.
Juggalo!
Oh man.
Oh, by the way, I watched a Juggalo documentary that changed my life.
Wow.
Called American Juggalo. If you get a chance,
Are
watch
you
that shit
now
on
a
YouTube.
Juggalo? That's
What's
the
that?
kind of like I saw Fight Club and it changed my life.
Right, it did. You loved Fight Club. I for a good 2 days afterwards, I was saying whoop whoop and drinking Fago. So it pretty much changed my life.
Whoop is also a Juggalo?
Yeah, whoop whoop is very like Juggalo.
Whoop is Juggalo. Yeah.
It also is. If you guys get a chance, and I'm serious, anybody listening at home too, American Juggalo, check it out. It's on YouTube. You have to confirm your age so you know it's good. And every single setup is basically them saying like, no, Juggalo is not all about drugs. It's not about like partying. It's about family, yo. I'm gonna do these drugs. And there's like this, every single clip is that. And then it's like this girl's like, I respect my body and I respect everything that happens to me. Pans out fully nude, just standing at this convention, fully nude at a Juggalo fair.
So it's like it's like a Demi Lovato simulator.
Oh man,
What happened to her?
Is she
OD'd
dead?
on something.
Heroin.
Right? Heroin?
Yeah, that's pretty
I thought
intense.
That is intense. For Demi Lovato. Like,
Well-
she should be writing much better music.
If you said Demi Lovato drug, what would you go with? If I
Cocaine.
said
Cocaine.
cocaine,
But I
Cocaine,
know she was on cocaine, like did cocaine for a long time.
yeah. See, to me it was
She's
more
a
like
rock and
I would
roll
have guessed
clown.
more party drug. I didn't know really much about her. I would have gone
Oh.
party drug. I would have gone
Like MDMA?
Yeah, right, yeah, something like that, or synthetic,
Yeah.
something really lame,
Something synthetic.
something synthetic and lame.
How sad are we as a
I'm on-
society?
I'm on the hardest Fruit Loop weed. It tastes like Cocoa Puffs, but also I can see laughter.
This weed is like cereal.
That is
It's
cereal,
a
Demi.
big bowl.
She choked to death on cereal and said she OD'd.
These Fruit Loops kicked her ass.
Hey, Fruit, give me those pebbles.
Yeah, boy. I don't. Can we make Demi Lovato OD jokes? Is that not?
She's alive, right? She didn't die.
I don't know. Do I care if she dies? Does that make me a bad
Also,
person?
for a long time, I thought it was Selena Gomez. To me, they're interchangeable, those
Oh
two.
no,
Like,
Selena Gomez is
I thought-
so much better than Demi Lovato.
I have
thought
no
Demi
idea.
Lovato
I
was-
thought they were the same person. They were both on Nickelodeon, right?
Was she?
I don't know.
I was thinking about some like
SpongeBob?
Yeah, she played Patrick.
like Lilith Fair like artist from like the 90s. I thought Demi Lovato was something
Oh.
completely different.
Like Paula Cole?
Yeah, something like that.
Meredith Brooks.
I don't
That's
even
pretty
know.
Jewel.
I'm a bitch. I'm a lover.
I'm a child. I do heroin. Wait, what?
Wait, can we rewind that?
Damn. Can we edit that out?
think she's-
B95 got edgy.
I think she's at least trying to tell something, guys.
Wasn't that sick beat? Keep going. You're doing great, Meredith.
Yeah. Man, Lilith Fair. That was a thing.
That was the thing.
The 90s were a weird time. Like, legitimately, like, I feel like the 90s stand out as this, like, odd, amorphous, like, it's defined, but impossibly so.
Yeah.
Like, it's like pornography. You know it when you see it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right, you know that, yeah, you absolutely know the 90s when you see it.
Right.
I feel like, though, 90s were at least morally, I don't know, I don't want to use the word morally, but, like, the 80s I feel like were really dirty.
Right,
and they
no,
were really,
exactly.
like immorally bad.
And
Like,
if
a
you
lot
had
of bad
to-
shit
if you
happened
had
in
to
terms of, like, being a
describe
person.
the
yeah.
80s look, you could.
Oh,
like,
easy,
Big
yeah.
fair, big
Yeah.
hair, big, like, perms.
All right, I'm
and-
going to tell this right now. 80s Wall Street guy.
Yeah,
you have
right.
both of you have an
Right, you know
image.
exactly
what it
we could both, all three of us would draw the same character.
But, like, how
right
do I
now.
define a 90s person? Like, longish hair, a structure sweater.
I don't know. It's like it goes either way. It's either like cut structure, like
Yeah.
Abercrombie, or you've got like
or
grunge band. Actually, no.
Grunge band.
Well, here's the thing:
Grunge
you have so
band.
many different
Well,
layers,
that's
though.
true, too. Like, you had the end of the hair metal,
Right.
into grunge, into, like, alt-rock, like Bush, and, you know what I mean? Like,
Right. If I'm thinking early '90s, I'm thinking like the parachute pants, the checkerboard, like
Right.
that
Yeah.
in living color, basically. That's
Yeah.
what I'm going to go with. So there's definitely layers to it, but I could see any four of those, and we just described like that's the '90s.
Right. The 90s have an identity, but it's like, it's just it's a cloud of identities.
Yeah.
They have
Yeah,
identity.
that's a good way to put it.
Very
Yeah.
strange.
It's like an identity, but it's also no identity.
Yeah.
It's just so many. It's
Right.
like that movie Identity.
Almost killed Greg with that one.
I was waiting for him to take a drink. That was open. I'm gonna ruin his mic.
Yep.
With bad jokes.
We
About
survived.
identity.
We
from
survived.
John Cusack.
Sam Cusack.
movies.
Who else was in that?
Ray Liotta.
Oh God, the ball guy who was like the main character, right?
That girl who was also in The Whole 9 Yards, she was in like a bunch of movies then.
Oh, Amanda Peet?
Amanda Peet.
Oh wow.
Yep.
How do you know that? You a big Amanda Peet fan?
I saw her boobs once.
Did you?
So,
Yeah,
In
in Whole
person?
9 Yards, right?
the whole 10 yards.
Oh.
Whole 10 Yards. Even better.
Man.
Piper Parabo.
If you're gonna show your tits, show it in the original. Don't show it in the sequel.
I know.
It could have been the original.
That's,
I don't,
okay.
No one's gonna see this movie, Whole 10 Yards. What's our eighth in the hole?
Yeah.
Well, she's under contract to do whatever we say, so why don't we throw that one out there?
Remember how, like, when Halle Berry showed her tits in Swordfish, and they gave her
Yeah.
like $500,000
Yeah.
to do it? Now that's like the lamest thing ever. Like,
Yeah.
if like, you want to see Halle Berry's tits? I'm like, no,
No,
I'm good.
I don't.
I
Thanks.
kind of do.
Go watch Swordfish.
I'm not gonna say no, but like I'm not gonna go out of my way. There's so many better options. There's so many better ways to spend half a second.
It was a split second.
Yeah.
And it was the most, like,
She's like folding down a paper,
it was
right?
the dumbest
Yeah.
thing. She's got the sunbeam thing. where
Right.
she-
Oh, that's right.
Where
that's
Halle
right.
Berry is tanning, and she's like, it's like, plop. What's up? Here's my tits.
There was like a brief moment where she was like the hottest like celebrity that we
Hey,
had.
yeah,
also
yeah.
in the '90s.
Yeah. And then she showed her tits in Monster like almost immediately afterwards, and
Yeah.
everyone was like, "Cool, we're over this."
Yeah,
and then
same.
everyone was like, "Oh right, we don't care about you anymore."
She's faded away.
Oh, Monster's Ball, not Monster.
Monsters
Monsters
Inc.
Ball.
Whoa!
Monsters, Inc.
Hey, Sully.
Yeah, what you didn't actually know was that
put those back!
the Billy Crystal character was actually just one
Yeah.
of Halle Berry's boobs.
Spray painted
It
green.
was just a talking nipple, just different colors.
Man, I watched that.
I'm excited to put this as its thing at the end, so I can make that our poster for no reason. Just Halle Berry with like this, Mike Wazowski, and then WCW Mayhem.
Right. Sully behind
Love
her or something. Beautiful.
Hack the panic guy while we jerk you off. Halle Berry.
Wow.
That happened in that movie,
I think it
right?
was-
I don't think anybody actually
it was-
saw Swordfish.
I did, and it was
Did you?
actually it was John Travolta saying that. Halle
Oh.
Berry never said it. He was like,
Man.
"Hack the Pentagon while we jack you off." I don't have a great John Travolta.
It was
that
that's
was pretty
perfect.
close
It's like
though,
he's in
yeah.
the room with us.
John Travolta had like
Please don't try to touch our wee wees.
he might aggressively.
Wasn't that the thing he would like try to jerk off pilots or something?
What? He was closeted for a while. I
It
mean,
was,
it
it was
I mean,
masseuses.
Oh,
He did massages.
right.
What, he would,
But it had
what,
something to do with
pilots?
an airplane.
I think it
He was he was a pilot, wasn't he?
There's
Or is
something-
he a pilot and who's talking and you're just getting this confused?
I think you're just getting that confused. Hey, you want to? I'll take you for some flying lessons.
I'll Google
Nothing
it.
up in the air. Nothing up in the air is like, I'm not going to teach you how to land. It's like jack me off.
Greg's gonna Google jerking off who's talking movies.
The third one with Roseanne.
His phone just goes red. Shuts down immediately.
FBI, we're on the way. All right, you have 1 minute until I start this. Let me please. Can we not talk about jacking off?
I gotta say, like, Travolta, like, he had that big, Pulp Fiction had a comeback, right? Where Travolta, like, was in obscurity doing fucking the Who's Talking movies and nothing else. And then he came back and did, like, I guess Face Off was probably another...
I watched Face Off
decent-
for the first time this week.
Yeah.
Really?
So crazy good.
Yeah. Like, so, like, those were, like, his two good, in my opinion, 90s movies. And then he just, like, derailed again. It's like fucking doing Hairspray.
I love a peach.
Yeah.
Okay, I found it. Police in 2000 took a police report from a 21-year-old masseuse who accused John Travolta of grabbing his buttocks and indecently exposing himself during a deep body massage at a Palm Springs hotel. Travolta, 63, also made
yeah.
lewd remarks about gay fantasies while at the spa facility. God damn it, when I clicked this specifically, it said something about pilots. Hold on.
Was it 21 Pilots?
No.
Are they Are they doing a concert with
Stone Temple Pilots?
with masseuse sex?
How do I search on a phone? Like on the actual page.
There's usually like a beep on the corner that you can hit that find on other corner.
This is what people tune into is Greg searching on his phone for John Travolta.
All right, we're not doing that. You'll just patiently wait.
I don't know. The suspense is killing me.
So,
Can we name another good John Travolta movie other than Pulp Fiction and Face Off?
Michael.
Michael.
Phenomena.
That was my next one.
I loved Phenomena when I was a kid.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you also like Powder?
No, I didn't see Powder.
No. Did you watch Powder?
I made a Powder joke like last week. I forget where we were, but there's a kid who works at like the theater next to us.
Please don't tell me he was albino.
Who was albino.
Oh.
And after we got our tickets, I was like, I just said, I didn't say to him, I said to Terry, I was like, thanks, Powder. And she didn't get the joke. But I did.
So then we went home and watched
And I
Powder?
laughed. Oh, no. I'm keeping that joke to myself.
And with all of our listeners and viewers?
Yeah, you guys too.
Yeah.
Love you. Also love Powder.
Maybe the guy who played Powder's, watching us right now. I think his name is John J. Powder.
Jimmy Powder.
Jimmy Powder.
Good old Jimmy Pow Pow.
Okay.
Also-
here it is.
Oh,
Okay.
we found it.
But just 2 years later, in 2014, Travolta fended off yet another lawsuit pointing to an alleged sexual preference for men. The Daily News reported. This suit was brought by a former pilot for his aircraft company who worked for him in the 1980s. The pilot alleged he and Travolta were lovers and sued for the right to publish a tell-all book about their romance. That's what I was thinking.
You know what's weird though? Like, why, especially in this day and age, would he? Is it the Scientology thing? Are you not allowed to be gay in Scientology?
I think
any
you
Scientologist who's listening right now or watching, which is hundreds of thousands, let us know. We need to know this because is that's the only reason I can think. Like, dude he had to start in musicals, right? He's been, he's a dancer. Like, I mean, not to say that, but those are typically stereotypical. I'm just saying that they are, though.
I don't want to get too heavy into this. I think it's because John Travolta was a leading man, so he's like, he doesn't want to be seen as effeminate.
Oh.
So it's like,
That's
like
true.
no,
This
no,
is
dude,
well past the point of him
I
being
don't
a
think
leading
so.
man.
I disagree. Well, okay, that was, but I mean, apparently, this is, the 1980s that he was gay with this pilot or whatever.
What was
he just brought the
Grease?
suit in
Was Grease in the
2014.
80s?
Grease was in the
And Welcome Back Kotter, was that in the
early
80s?
80s. Welcome Back Kotter was the 70s.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like,
Saturday Night Fever was
all right,
in the 70s.
maybe around this time that makes sense, but it doesn't make any sense now. Like, who cares if you're gay?
No, I think it matters.
Yeah.
And it probably matters to him because he was still come from a time where that wasn't acceptable. Like, who knows? His dad probably slut-shamed him or some shit one day. And
Probably.
Like, when you're 6 and your dad stands up and talks about how queer somebody is, it affects you.
No, you're right. I mean,
who knows? Like, who knows his motivations? But Kevin Spacey, like...
Yeah, right.
Now, he chose and, he did it for political reasons, like to garner pity in a time when he was being a total scumbag.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, Kevin Spacey's like this, theoretically, this, like, Hollywood progressive dude this whole time. Like, who cares? If you're fucking gay, be gay.
Right.
But even he didn't come out until recently.
Mm-hmm.
Until after he was accused of some of the worst bullshit.
Yeah.
But also, like, name a gay leading man. Like, do they exist? Like, I don't know, who is Chris Hemsworth gay? Is him or any of his brothers gay? I don't know.
Not that I know of.
Like, I don't know if the Chris Evans isn't gay, Chris Pratt isn't gay. Like, there's a certain amount of machismo that comes with this.
There's a
Zachary Quinto, so you can be gay and Spock.
That's your only role.
You know what? Honestly,
I had somebody,
to point things in a different direction. I forgot that he was gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to me.
It's not a big deal.
Right.
The
Maybe
guy who plays Sheldon,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
and PH.
No, that's
MPH is
true.
gay. Yeah. I think also a lot of it has to do with what you were talking about. Like when you were an older star growing up in like the older generation, it was a taboo thing.
Right.
But nowadays, younger men are coming out as being gay, and it's not a big deal. Like you said, you just forgot that he was, and that's the way it should be. It's like who cares, right?
I
Whatever
also
you do
get
in the
their
bedroom
fear.
is-
How am I supposed to be rock hard for an explosion when I might secretly be rock hard for the dude in front of the explosion?
Right.
I want to make sure my boners are pointed in the right direction.
Were you rock hard during any of the Star Trek movies, like towards Quinto?
Only the scenes with Spock. I just like,
Yeah, but only because he was using
Old Spock or new Spock?
Uhura. So
Yeah.
anything that moves. That's what I say.
and he holds a goal. Also, I think we're forgetting the big one. I mean, actually, we're not because it's Scott Steiner. Not.
Right.
Right. Not gay.
Not totally.
Ah,
Not
gotcha.
Psych. Let me see your ass.
All right, here we go. Here we go, guys. We're gonna kick things off for real recording. Thank you guys for sticking with us
Yes.
through this.
Yeah, anyone on our Twitch stream,
Weird
you're getting
intro.
you're getting the full Travolta.
But now you're here. This is what you came for.
You just got Travolta. Give me a handy.
Now everyone's gonna leave.
All right,
Like,
Steiner, get out of here.
the Travolta talk is over. Fuck that. I mean, sticking around for Mercy, Mayhem, whatever this is.
Here we go. In 5, 4. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the WCWTF podcast. Tonight, we are live. It's November 21st, 1999. We are in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, for the first ever WCW Mayhem, the first wrestling pay-per-view that I'm sure is named after an Electronic Arts video game. I'm your host, the man of 1,004 names, Tyrell Marinara.
Nice.
Find me on Twitter at 1,004 names.
This is Megastar Mark. You can follow me at Megastar Mark on the tweet machine. And this gentle boner to my left.
I am Killer Greg. You can find me at KillerGreg17 on Twitter.
So as I said, tonight we have taken the Ascension's Time Machine back to the first ever Canadian WCW pay-per-view.
Man, that strip search at the time border, that was pretty violent. You were held up for a while, Greg, when they were kind of searching you.
Yep. I have a cavernous butthole,
Right.
so it takes a whole expedition team to
They were in there for a while.
investigate.
Yeah. Good for you, though, man. I mean, you weren't really smuggling anything this time.
We don't know about that.
Really deep.
He's got crevices.
Yeah.
Room 101. They didn't search there.
Tonight's tagline is Night of Champions, which will be really funny when we look at how the actual layout of tonight goes. Before we get into too much, let's go ahead and kick off that theme music.
Oh, Canada.
Our home and native land, true patriot love.
Don't disgrace the country of Canada. Sing it right.
Oh, Canada.
There you go. Like the
Our
accent.
home and native land.
We all got our poutine. We're all ready to go, right? What other Canadian jokes can we
I
make right
wish
off
I
that?
had
Can we get them
poutine.
all out of the way early, or are we just gonna sprinkle them in throughout the
Right on,
the
eh?
show?
We'll sprinkle them
eh?
in. We'll sprinkle them in.
Get that Labatt's, eh?
So kicking things right off the bat, let's go ahead and start off with everyone's favorite game.
Are you
Yes.
on the street?
Man,
or did you just
I don't even know why we're doing this anymore. I've just been beating you like a snare
No,
drum.
Greg won, I think, the last...
No, we didn't.
No, I lost the
He
last
lost.
two.
I'm on a
I definitely lost
streak.
the last one.
I'm
I
on
know
a
you.
streak.
I know you won last one, but I think Greg won like 2 before that.
Well, no, I won a bunch before that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've won 2 in a row. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think you've won 2 in a row.
I've
Because
won-
2 times ago was the one where we were 7 apart.
Yeah, I've won 8 in a row. So
Nailed it.
why don't you go first?
All right. This is what? What's the name of this venue?
Ooh, jeez, that's gonna
Is
take
this
me a
Air
second.
Canada?
Air Paris?
Ring of Glory!
Ring of Glory!
I forgot the name.
Russo's
of the
been
venue.
all over our jock recently.
Dude,
I can't believe
I know.
One
Yeah,
day
Russo's
we
been
need to-
almost annoying us. So
Yeah.
he can never annoy us. So we
No.
love you. We love you, Ruru.
One-
Mayhem 99 is coming from the Air Canada
Oh,
Center.
okay. Wow.
All right,
Toronto,
so I
Ontario,
suspect-
Canada.
Is this where the
That's-
Maple Leafs play?
Yeah, that's
Honestly,
why
this is a real place.
That's where. That's why we have Normal Smiley in the the good old
yeah.
Toronto gear later on.
14,952.
Fuck, that's good.
14,952. I feel very strong about this.
All right. I'm gonna say. Wait, what did you say?
14,952.
14,000.
14,000 even.
14,000 even.
Oh! 13,000.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Okay.
839.
Wow.
You
Really
know, like
by
close.
161.
Damn. Man.
Ooh.
Wow.
Honestly, but you know what though? The fact that we're in like a real arena
Right.
and it's in Canada where they don't get this often, I knew
Right.
they were gonna have a huge amount. But like the last couple ones was like 8,000, 7,000. It was getting kind of sad.
But this is once again. This
The
is
next one, though, it looks like they're in a barn.
Which
Like,
is the
I
next
saw a
one. I don't even.
promo.
Oh yeah.
We're talking about Mayhem 2000?
Maybe Mayhem 2000?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude, this is around the time where it really drops off fast. But like, when you're in Canada, like they're gonna sell out here.
This is the first WCW pay-per-view in Canada ever.
Yeah, no reason
guys
they wouldn't have
look
sold out.
huge.
Yeah,
They've got
literally,
just
yeah.
look huge, so.
They've got Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah.
got Brett. They got Bret Hart.
Yeah.
Barb,
Bar.
whatever you want to call him. You know what? I know he usually doesn't like this, but I think he kind of likes this.
What?
Oh,
yeah.
Brett? Oh,
No,
we'll get to it. I have a theory about this.
He loves this because
Yeah.
he gets to mug for every Canadian.
Weird.
Yeah.
Everything goes his way.
Weird.
Do you guys want to say anything about the set as we go in? I don't think there's anything
It's
special
fine.
to say.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine. It's nothing spectacular, but I'm not upset by it. It's not like one CRT and some carpet.
And the
on
CRT is
cement.
broken.
Yeah.
A dude holding up a cardboard sign that
It's
says
WCW.
Nah.
What was that about?
What was that? That's Starkey.
Yeah, that
Like,
was one of them. It was one of the big ones, and it was just
As we sort
cardboard.
of approach the end of this, I know it was still probably a year or so.
Farouk.
But I just want to remember certain things about like WCWTF stuff. When Starcade's graphics were like done by a 4th grader, that was one of the funniest things of all time.
That was great.
Like it's
Wonderful.
a small WTF moment, but it merits talking about.
One thing that I would never have guessed that would have happened since we started this is how many times they've had a visual cue wrong, where they'll put up the wrong guy's name. That happens at least once every other pay-per-view, where they'll have a wrong name put up, or it'll be like television title, then it'll go away. It's a cruiserweight title, and then it'll come back. So, I want to talk about the crowd. Specifically, if you listen to our pre-show on Twitch, you would have already heard us talk about this. The motherfuckers sitting behind Tony and Bobby. Holy shit. You want to talk about the smarkiest of smarks.
Oh yeah.
There is this one guy the entire time who's just mugging. And he's not even like funny mugging. He's just like counting them down and like he's acting it out like he's doing a fucking Shakespeare play. I hate this guy. And if you're here and you're listening and you're watching, fuck you, Chief. What the fuck you doing? Your only time to shine, you act like that? You got the Wrath of Megastar Mark, motherfucker. I don't like him. Don't like him.
I'm okay with it.
I don't like him. I don't like you now.
He's just mugging. Like,
Oh god.
it's like you ever see that
goober.
famous like internet clip where it's like the little kid who's always on like the whatever baseball cam it is, and he's all like, ooh, moving his eyebrows. He's always mugging. So, yeah, whatever. You take your shot. You get your shot. You take it.
Fine when you're 8 years old, not when you're 25.
I hate that guy.
I get it, but I don't know. I mean, I don't hate him. I actually honestly didn't even realize it until you guys.
Oh my
brought it
god,
up.
no!
I wrote it down.
Just stop, man! Like you're not part of the show. No one shows up for you mugging for the fucking camera. You piece of garbage. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, this is all. I want to say this too. Toronto very smarky. Always has been. Always will be.
Oh yeah, that's,
So
I think that's one
like
of the
you're going to
reasons-
get a lot of smart fans here who are like they think they're in the business.
They're
so,
not in the business.
No,
No,
nobody's
if
in the
you're in the
fucking
business,
business. We're not
get
in
up
the
there and
business.
wrestle someone, you jerk off.
I think it's one of the reasons why WCW has never been this far north, because it's just too smarky for them.
They probably should have done.
Well,
Look, they
I
sold
mean-
this out. I mean,
Like I don't know if we're going to talk about this later or not. This crowd was fucking hype. as
oh god,
shit.
yeah.
This
Yeah.
might be the best crowd we've ever had.
In terms of
So,
pure emotion
yeah.
and energy, this is the best crowd we've seen.
This also was the most like modern feeling
Yes.
/ WWF crowd that
Yeah.
we've had. Like there's signs everywhere. Like this feels like a WWF. This is the only pay-per-view we've ever seen that actually feels like a WWF event.
And how much does that have to do with it's in WWE territory?
Right.
WWE rolls through Toronto every time they go through Buffalo and all the other places, Hamilton and all those other places out there. Are we going to talk about the sponsor for tonight? The actual WCW sponsor, not our podcast sponsor.
Yes,
We love all of our sponsors.
I actually had that as a little bit of a note. Let me just,
Yeah.
because I want to go through what's going on through tonight.
All right.
So tonight we are finishing off a 31 and 1 woman tournament for the WCW World Title. The title was stripped from Goldberg and Sting after the last show.
And Sting?
Well, Sting.
Kind of.
Yeah. Remember what happened at the last pay-per-view?
Nope.
So Sting did an open challenge. Goldberg beat the shit out of him. They gave Goldberg the
right.
championship,
Yep.
but Sting was like, "Hey yo, I didn't give you. That was not for the championship." But they still gave it to him, and then Sting attacked the ref who gave it to Goldberg. So Dadwinkle was like, "We're just gonna do a tournament. This is gonna take weeks and weeks." So we're doing that now.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Especially with Russo coming in as a new booker, you kind of want to
Sure.
wipe the slate
makes
clean,
sense.
and you want to create your new star. This is a good way to do it. We saw highlights of it, and they actually did a pretty good job summarizing it. I wish we had more, though. Like, apparently Ming fought Medusa at one point. I want more of that. That sounded fun.
That's what's 31 and one woman. Medusa was in the tournament. She fought, even despite the fact that she lost the first round, she went on and fought again and lost again.
Good job.
Good on her for fighting.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
You don't see women, fighting men.
You do in the WWF.
Yeah, especially at this point. China was wrestling Jarrett at this point, so yeah.
Yeah, but this is like a I don't want to use the word freak show, where it's like an Asia or a China. It's just like, this is a woman who wants to be a wrestler, and she's fighting. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I mean, we're going to prove that she can't do it, but
really push that home that women can't do it, but they'll come close.
She's still going to try.
She'll fight Ming.
Look at that. Isn't that cute?
She thinks she's people.
Ming didn't eat your face. That's a win for you.
I'm glad to see Ming back.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Oh, yeah.
Looking great.
Oh, God, yeah. He looks really good.
I actually decided to give a fuck.
Although I worry that they're going to forget about him again. That seems to be like the Ming cycle. It's like we start off Ming scary, Ming kill, Ming forgotten.
We've got
the cycle of Ming.
We've got the powers that be.
Every 3 years, a Ming arises. Conquers.
3 days.
Exits his cave, feasts for 3 days, and then returns.
He's like the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers. I love it.
The Mingers.
The Mingers. Just eats eyeballs.
The powers that be have stated that if Kurt Hennig has lost a match via pinfall, he's done. From now till forever, apparently.
Did we talk about the powers that be in the last episode? I can't remember.
We did a little bit.
They talked about creative control. Right. Did they say powers that be at that point?
It was so new. Yeah.
Let me get through the rest of the things that are going on, because the next thing I want to talk about is Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who premiered his 7 gimmick for a full minute and a half.
Oh, that's the pedophile one, right?
Right. That's the one that they actually stopped. Right, because like airing it because it was creepy. It was like
they showed the vignettes of him like outside a child's window, and then they were like, "Here comes 7," and he does this dope. Like they fly him to the ring, Undertaker style.
Yep.
Like it's a 3-minute intro. It's like, and then he gets in the ring. He's like, "Cut my music. This is bullshit." I was Goldust in WWF. And that did nothing for me. Gimmicks are shit. You disrespect my dad. Fuck Goldust. Fuck the WWE. It's a crazy. It is a work shoot, by the way.
Yeah.
But wow,
is that why he made such a shit gimmick so that they had to cancel?
Let me speak on this. A la Conan.
Odelay.
Okay.
Odelay. Let me speak on this.
Is that enough?
That's enough. So this was. I remember watching that happen when it happened, and I thought this was a great way to get out of that gimmick because they weren't going to do it because people were complaining it was weird. It didn't work out right.
Well, Turner complained about it.
Yeah,
too.
Turner complained about it. So this was a great way to get out of that, and I remember being really into that promo that he did. I'm like, fuck you, this is new. I like this because he had a. If you've never seen it, Greg, he talks about it's like so. Here they go. Here I am. Dressed in Halloween costume, looking like Uncle Fester. It's he's like, oh, by the way, my name's Seven, by the way. That's my new name. Anyways, like, you can take this crap and shove it up your ass. You can take Goldust and shove it up your ass.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was just like, and everyone's like, it's like, nobody wants, I came up to him like, why can't I just be Dustin Rhodes? And they're like,
because Dustin sucks.
Dustin sucks.
Yeah, because that sucks.
But it was a really cool way to kind of get out of that. And I wish he kept that momentum going. Spoiler, he doesn't. But It was a really interesting, and in a world of wrestling where everything's been done, that had not been done before. So I was really into it at the time.
I'm going to flip the script on you.
Flip it.
It had been done before.
Who did it?
Months earlier, around June, with, I believe you know him as Mosh, a.k.a. Beaver Cleavage, a.k.a. Chaz in the WWF. Mosh was part of the Headbangers, whose partner had just gone out from an injury, and because of an in-joke in the back, they said his passport looked like Beaver Cleaver from like Leave It to Beaver.
Yeah. Like a dork, right?
He looked like a dork.
Okay.
So what they did was book him as Beaver Cleavage, who was just a fat dude who did vignettes with his mother. It was all black and white, and it was all sexual innuendos between him and his mom. And he was like, "Mommy, my cereal doesn't have any milk." And she would be like, "Oh, would you like some mother's milk?" And then when he was about to debut, he was like, "Yeah, I'm here as Beaver Cleavage." No, this is bullshit. I'm not doing this. My name's Chaz.
So much better.
Oh, cool, man. I have a Camaro!
And then it turns out the girl who was playing his mom was actually his girlfriend.
Oh, he hit her, didn't he? Wasn't that like the gimmick?
No, the gimmick was she claimed that he hit her.
Okay, yeah.
But it turns out she was lying, and then she got arrested.
Yeah, that'll
Weird.
learn you.
Also, Russo?
I believe so.
Okay.
Of course.
Naturally.
But anyway, weird. 7, weird. Great way to go. I think 7 was done way better than Chaz and Beaver Cleavage.
Debatable. At least Beaver Cleavage wasn't a pedophile.
He was a wife beater. Much better.
I think that is better.
Just an incestual caricature, and then a wife beater, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Which I think they
Whereas
twisted
7
around.
was absolutely
100%.
a pedophile.
Yeah.
What year is this? They may have twisted it around because of Stone Cold. I'm not sure what year that happened.
Yeah. Later.
Why, did he beat his wife?
IRL.
Yeah.
Oh, which wife?
Deborah.
Yeah, it was Deborah.
That's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like Deborah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had, what was it? She had an amazing quote in a real early episode.
Did she?
Yeah, when she was with Mongo. I
Oh
wish I
my
could
God.
remember it.
She had some good ones.
She was so good.
I loved when she just took over interviews. That was my favorite part of any of those old Horseman ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, so tonight we are dealing with the powers that be.
Mm-hmm.
Something which we touched on, especially the last episode. Which, spoiler alert, it's Russo and Ferreira.
Who's Ferreira? Oh,
We'll never see
Ferreira.
him. We'll never see
Never
Ferrer
see him.
on camera ever.
Yeah. It's which I'll talk about later, but I still think this has potential to be an epic gimmick, where it's basically the WWF invading the WCW and being like, we need to be sports entertainment.
Yeah, you can call him the NWO. That'd be weird.
But yeah, we've got the powers that be with an actual physical form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tonight, kicking things off, we've got Tony and Bobby on commentary. Tenay no longer up front. Our opening package is just a long recap of the last few weeks with the big 32-person tournament.
I'm glad it happened.
I'm really glad that happened. It was
Yeah.
a good way to kind of catch up. Okay, I know who the final 4 are. Let's do it. Got it. Cool.
Then we go right into a vignette of the 32 people who were fighting in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeff Jarrett has a amazing, YouTube poop-esque, cut of this. He's like, I'm the chosen, chosen one. Bam, 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 bam. The show tonight is brought to you by Electronic Arts, WCW Mayhem, the video game.
That's a huge deal at the time. It really is. Them getting Electronic Arts was one of the biggest things that they could have, especially at this point where business was looking down, to be able to get them to not only make the video game, but to sponsor the event. That was a huge coup. Really, really big deal for them. Do you guys know anything about the WCW Mayhem video game?
No.
Is that the one that had, 300 characters?
Okay, it had a lot. This was it came out for the PlayStation and it came out for the N64. Sold well, kind of middle, was not reviewed well.
Mm-hmm.
Had kind of weird hit detection.
Oh yeah, I had that one. Yeah.
So you would fight in backstage a lot, and that was a new thing at the time.
That's what it was.
Right, it was that was a new
Huge.
invention that you'd fight in the backstage area.
Yeah.
So people really liked that. That was the thing people focused on. So EA was going to say hey, you know what? This did okay, sales wise did good. Let's make another one. So they're going to make WCW Mayhem 2. WCW folded before this happened.
Oh.
So they took that game and they said well, let's keep going with it. It's already halfway done. Let's just edit it and make something else out of it. You know what that game became?
No.
Def Jam Vendetta.
awesome.
So, came out to be one of the
Awesome.
best goddamn games I think I've ever played
Yeah.
on the PS2.
Vendetta is a great game.
It is an amazing game.
Fight for New
absolutely
York is even better.
Yeah.
Fight for New York is one of the best games.
Hands
That
down.
might be top 10.
Yeah, legit. It's so crazy good. Wow, that's awesome.
It is.
story.
That became Def Jam Vendetta. I remember playing that game over at your place.
Yeah?
Like a decade, or even more than that
More than
ago.
that.
More than that ago,
Sure.
and lasting like an hour. Just because neither of us would be able to win this match. And
Yeah.
when I was Ghostface Killer. I still remember that.
Yeah.
I was doing nothing but back rakes.
And I was Joe Budden. And the whole time I was like, Joe Budden!
Ghostface!
There's one WCW wrestling game that has like 100 characters in it. They're all unlockable. You can like play as a table. You can play as all of the developers.
That might be this one.
I'll double check it for our ad break.
Yeah.
Because that'll be what our ad break is.
Alright.
It really might
I
be
gotta
this
double
one.
check it. But
I
man,
remember
it's insane.
They also had Backstage Assault, which came out like pretty close to this, and that was like because everyone's like, "Oh, you really like the backstage fighting? Let's have a game of nothing but back." No. All right, back it up.
That was like around the time that like the ECW, or
Yes.
not even ECW, the backyard wrestling games came
Yeah.
out.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Remember
boy.
those?
Yeah.
You can be Shaggy
yeah,
Too
dude.
Dope
I've always wanted to be a Shaggy Too Dope.
or Violent J.
I don't want to be a Violent J.
Yeah.
Too Guy Fieri for me.
You have something against him, huh?
I hate Guy Fieri, man.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Violent J.
No.
He hates Guy Fieri.
I hate Guy Fieri.
At the latest con I was at, there was 2 people dressed like him. 2 people cosplayed
Guy
as
Fieri?
Guy Fieri. Yeah.
No, those weren't cosplaying. Those are just people who go to a con. Those
One of them was Guy
They
Fieri.
were cosplaying as attendees.
Mark, that was me. I said hi.
That's kind of funny. Bake
What's
me a
up,
creme
brother?
Give me a creme brulee, bitch.
We're gonna hit them drive-ins, diners, and dives. Oh man. Crowd tonight, as we talked about, how this fuck doesn't matter.
Yep.
So tonight we have a double main event, which of course, as we all know, means
No main event.
no main event. Why even bother?
Having 2 quarterbacks.
We have Tony running down the card, and the entire time, Tony's talking, Bobby's just like, I'm sorry, I'm thinking about touring. No, but then we've got match routine, blah, blah, blah. And Bobby's just like, touring? Which is great. I am on his side. So without further ado, which there's been a lot of ado,
A lot of doo-doo.
we go into match number 1 of the evening. The semifinal for the WCW World Title. Double J, Jeff Jarrett, chicka bow, taking on Chris Benoit.
Greg is fully engorged over Jarrett and now flaccid because of Benoit.
I was pretty happy. Jeff Jarrett is just the fucking best. It's just that simple. He's so good.
Yeah. This match was great. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed this one.
These guys show how much they are like a pinnacle at this time.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad that the opening match outshines the rest of the card as hard as they do. But these guys, they click so well. They're such fast action.
Yeah.
And even when
they did the flippy shit I hate, I was like, oh, I'm kind of into this,
Right.
actually.
Well, I think it also was, like, Jarrett, when he first came down, like, this is a, obviously, pro-Benoit crowd, okay?
Yeah.
Because he's Canadian, they're in Toronto. They were so into him, and he just knew how to goad every single person at ringside. He was so good at needling them and just getting them ready to boo when that match started. And then the minute the match started, he was already doing, like, chicken shit stuff, like, right off the bat. Oh,
Yeah.
so, he knew how to play that crowd so well. So goddamn good.
and the crowd, like, they're so hot for Benoit.
Yeah.
They're so hot to hate Jarrett.
Mm-hmm.
You just feed off of them. Oh, this crowd, I love this crowd.
This is this is kind of a running theme for me throughout the night. I feel like this was one of the best structured shows we've ever seen in terms of where matches were, and then in terms of how the storyline progressed throughout the night. I don't think we've ever had a better one than this.
Agreed.
It was like leading with. I mean, now granted, you always want to. You could lead with Disco versus what's who?
Tony Marinette.
Whatever. Who Disco?
Evan
fight?
Granger.
Evan
Evan
Granger.
Granger.
That would have been like a normal starting
Yeah,
match
right.
anywhere else. You start with Benoit, you start with Jarrett, because you know the fans are going to get fucking amped for Benoit because you're in Canada. This is brilliant booking.
It's great placement. Yeah.
Awesome. Really well done.
These guys have just some hot action. Even when they do even they do it like a sleeper hold, like a rest hold, they still make it exciting.
Yeah.
Like Benoit's trying to flip out of it when they're laying down. They do the 1, 2, and Benoit uses his hand to hold up his other hand.
That was good.
It's classic.
Yeah, Benoit.
But it's wonderful.
Yeah, for sure.
You definitely see it here. When he has somebody to work with, he really is excellent in the ring.
Oh, these guys are just like gears on gears. They mesh so well.
They really do.
Oh.
Can't wait for the next year and a half of them fighting. Nope.
Because Benoit dies.
Dang.
Wait,
Yes.
is that not what happened?
No.
Oh,
Not
Benoit
quite.
leaves for the WWE
never mind.
and then dies.
I'm
And
fine
then,
with it.
Unfortunately, we get a real end to this amazing match as Creative Control shows up.
Speaking of running themes,
Do you guys know who Creative Control is?
yes. Does Greg know?
I don't even think Greg know who these guys are like in the WWF.
Have you ever seen them before?
The two dudes?
The two ball guys.
Is one of them a Wrath?
No.
No.
Is one of them a Brian Adams?
Nope.
Nope.
These are two ex-WWF guys
Okay.
who used to be
Give me a hint. I'm going to try this. I'm not going to make a joke. I'm going to try to guess. Give me
Alright.
a hint.
in early 1999.
Yes.
Legion of Doom
Yes.
had a resurgence,
LOD 2000?
Yes.
Okay.
and they had Paul Ellering,
Yup.
the guy who's actually managing the Authors of Pain right now. Weirdly
Yeah.
enough,
Yeah.
Sure. Why not?
because he was their original manager, and he was like, "Oh, I'm not going to manage you guys. I'm going to manage these guys," and they were.
The Road Warriors.
That's a Legion of Doom.
Fuck. The Motorcyclers. The Motorcycle Enthusiasts.
You know what? I'm going to say that's.
I feel like you gotta give that to him, yeah. I feel like that's good. Do they have a preference for a certain skin color? Is that what you're leaning toward? Because then you
White?
Yes.
If
They were the
if
white
you were-
supremacists?
If you were in a certain X-Men comic and you were following Apocalypse, who would you be a part of?
Oh, the Four Horsemen? The
Disciples?
of Apocalypse?
Hey, you got it.
That was a long road.
What do you got there? Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say Dis.
Yeah.
Say Eipels. Say Elf.
Beefcake.
Say
Fuck. He's almost there.
I like that everyone does something and Malenko doesn't get the memo.
Hey guys, what's up? Hey, what? What are you doing? Yeah, so Disciples of Apocalypse turn into the Harris Brothers, who I think are in WCW for a brief moment, and then they turn into Creative Control.
They've
Imposing.
got like 6 gimmicks, and none of them stick because they are the most forgettable tag team. I forgot they're gone. In a
They
month.
look like two guys wearing suits.
Yeah, they
They're
are.
like
Two guys wearing ill-fitting suits.
Yes.
Do you know their names in WCW?
Bugle and Boy.
So they're Creative Control.
Beat Bob and Scat.
Gerald and Patrick.
Fuck off.
Yeah, Gerald and
They went from 8-Ball and Skull to
Gerald, and do you know why?
Oh,
They're
because
there.
of
You go.
Pat Patterson and Gerald,
Gerald
Briscoe.
Briscoe.
Oh, right.
Because
Because everything's gotta be an insider
Because
reference, man. Inside, Ty. Get inside there.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
we're
so
gonna
meta.
get that.
It's so meta.
Vince is gonna feel so burned when we pull in a 2 rating and he pulls in an 8.
Could have had a 9. Now he has an 8.
Yeah. Take that, Vince.
Suck it, Stone Cold. We got you.
Suck at Stone Cold Steve Williams. Wait, that's later?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Oh yeah.
But this match is great.
Yeah.
I love it. Until we get the bullshit with Creative Control, which of course is once another, like a fucking another Russo, just meta joke. These two bald guys, they're Creative Control. They're the ones who are going to control everything. It's like when Hogan has Creative Control and he ruins stuff. These guys come out and ruin stuff.
Here's the problem.
Everything.
No, here's the problem with that logic. Like, alright, everyone knows Creative Control exists, whatever. They're wiping the floor with you. So sure, maybe Vince is a little controlling. But also maybe that's a good thing. Maybe we shouldn't make fun of it because it's fucking working, you stupid knob.
No, that's the meta thing. Creative control is bad because they're ruining all the matches you want to see. They're ruining all the good stuff that could be happening, and instead you've got Hogan with the politics and the bullshit ruining everything that you could be doing. I'm the bad guy because I'm writing it, but I'm also the good guy because I'm writing it.
There's just such an inherent... And we went over this before. There's such an inherent fallacy in this idea. It just doesn't work.
It's also like Russo being annoyed.
It's like claiming Santa Claus is the bad guy because he brings you all the presents.
No, he brings the presents, but also breaks into your house.
Yeah. Steals your cookies and milk and shit that you left for him.
These cookies was meant for me and for Ed Ferreira. We're going to do a cookie on a pole match.
One side of the ring, cookie. Other side of the ring, sword.
And then gingerbread cage. The first one to eat themselves out.
Out of the cage.
Out of the cage. Luger's like, yo, volunteer. I volunteer as tribute.
No, there's there like a baloney
Question.
What do we got? Can we just...
Is there a baloney cage?
Yeah.
If not, who do I contact?
Lex, you ask this question every meeting.
Enough with the baloney cage, Lex.
Use a baloney cage, I'll stop asking.
Did you say baloney cage? Are we closer on that, or...?
If it didn't exist, you wouldn't say it. That's all I'm saying.
I think someone said there's a baloney cage. You guys hear that? Yes!
Someone in the back said
Liz said baloney cage.
New idea. What about a baloney spread in a cage?
This is like, Lex, you're the only person in the room right now with me.
We can't make a cage out of mustard.
Is it like a money thing, or...
A physics thing. I'm sorry, I don't know the word physics.
A physics thing.
But,
Or thought.
Scott! Scott, what's that word that you like? Balls! Nope. Alright, moving on. The Joe Granite's course. So we get a few solid minutes of dope wrestling after Creative Control shows up. And then they just kind of start fucking things up.
Yeah.
As they do. One annoys the ref, which we'll see a ton of tonight.
This is classic Russo.
One goes for the guitar to give to Jeff Jarrett. Fucks it up. Benoit grabs the guitar, blasts Jarrett.
Doesn't draw a dime.
Hellacious. No, this draws a bunch of dimes.
Yeah.
Benoit with the
He's sold
guitar,
out.
that draws some dimes. Because he cuts Jarrett open, like right above the head.
Also, didn't Dustin Rhodes come out for some reason too during this?
Oh, he showed up.
He showed up just to like cause havoc and like fight Creative Control on the
Yeah.
outside. Yeah. So Benoit destroys Jarrett with a guitar. Ref doesn't apparently notice all the shards everywhere.
Lays on for the 3. Or is there a Wolverine there? Yeah. No.
I think he just pinned him.
He just pins him
Yeah.
for the 3. 9:32. Solid 9:32, save for the bullshit.
Let me say this, though, about the ending. This could have been fucked up, this ending, in terms of who hit who, the timing of it. This really had a potential to be a clusterfuck, especially with what we've seen in WCW. These guys, it's a bad ending, but they did it really well, if that makes any sense. Like, they knew the timing, spin around, hit you with a thing, other guy rolls out, go for the pin. Like, it all timed out very well, and I had a lot of appreciation for that.
I get it. I don't think they needed this.
Well, they definitely didn't need it.
With what Creative Control and Jarrett are going to do later tonight, like just have that little bit of an end, you know? Have him toss a guitar, have him do the ref thing. We don't need Dustin Rhodes showing up for no reason. For literally no reason. He doesn't stick around. He just kind of it's like, hey, I'm Dustin Rhodes. You don't be messing with the good guy.
Because I, too, am the good guy.
Yep.
Later.
We are good guys.
You got any kids?
I'm going to be the American Nightmare until I'm not going to do that anymore, and then Cody Rhodes will take it and be so much better than I am with it. But yeah, I mean...
What a terrible wrestler.
Like, still, great match. Worth checking out even for the wonky finish.
Oh yeah, and Jarrett's walking down the aisle. He's all bloody because of the chair shot. The fans were like, "Jarrett sucks!" He's like yelling at the fans. Oh.
Before that, they fucking lay into Benoit. I found it really hilarious. I don't think that guitar shot was supposed to bust them open, because if you see, Double J picks up the guitar neck and like blasts Benoit in the mouth with it.
Ooh, no, I didn't notice that.
Like he does the Triple H,
Yeah.
guitar, the Triple H sledgehammer shot, but with a guitar neck, like straight to his face. So maybe that was a little bit of a receipt.
Jarrett should be happy, man. At least it wasn't Lex Luger swinging the guitar. He would have been dead.
Or totally fine.
One of two things will happen to you.
Did he hit himself with a guitar?
He's out.
He did that last week, didn't he? Didn't he hit himself with the face with a bat or something?
No, he had the guitar and he just hit him with the neck of the
Oh yeah.
and almost on a guy who had like a broken neck. He's like, ugh!
That's a baloney slap. Why are you hitting him with that?
I want to mail Lex Luger some bologna.
I bet we can find that. I bet we can do it easier than you think.
We go to the back with Mike Tenay with Disco.
Yes.
Disco has to put up his Cruiserweight Championship, and he's also putting up $25,000. To which he says, "Yo, you see how much this belt costs? You think this is worth more than 25? Ah! Double J shows up with creative control and just beats the shit out of him.
Oh my god, dude.
To the point where Conan and the bassist from the Misfits have to show up to pull him off of them.
Like, what the fuck is that? What are the Misfits doing here? And I'm a Misfits fan. I'm like, is that Jerry Only? It is Jerry Only. Weird. I don't remember this at all in WCW.
The number one asked question on Wikipedia: how old was Lex Luger when he died?
Can we do the intro for the next one?
Podcast over. Oh my god. Alright, so leading into this next one, I want to point this out. I love when storylines move from one match to an actual like segment in the back, even if they're not related. I really enjoy having a common thread throughout my shows. So Jarrett blasts through the back, destroys Disco because he's pissed, right? And this leaves Disco laying. But that leads to the next match. Like that's an explanation of why Disco maybe isn't up to par than he normally would be fighting. I love when that happened. I thought that was a really cool idea.
Ty and I talked about Cash the Dog is taking Ty's place.
That's fine.
Cash,
An evening with Cash.
Yes. Ty and I talked about it before we started recording anything, that this is the first time I've ever felt like, and WWE uses this inappropriately in my opinion, but the idea of like a universe, like this is a TV show,
right?
It's weird that they want to be sports entertainment, but they do a better job of framing it as like an actual television show. This is the first time I ever felt like I was watching like fictional entertainment, if it makes sense, but to a positive way.
Right.
Like the backstage exists. It exists as part of this world that's going on, and when the world doesn't start at the curtain, there's more to it. So I really enjoyed it this time. We'll talk about how amazing Luger was later.
Yeah, I like location-based stuff too. Like Jarrett is leaving the ring. The last shot we saw was Jarrett leaving the ring. We cut to now in the curtain. We know that Disco's talking in front of the curtain. We know the curtain's behind there. It makes sense Jarrett would have to walk through, and he just blasts Disco because he's tired. He's pissed off. All that was so smooth and worked so well, and is a great narrative throughout the rest of the night. I really enjoyed this.
It's pretty great. So we do you guys go get through Disco getting blasted?
Yeah, we got Disco getting blasted, and the gimmick is, by the way, Disco owes somebody money, right? The Marinara crime family /
it's strange.
whatever they are.
I thought it was Marinara is part of like a family.
Yeah.
I thought they were all actually family, and it's like when you have a cousin or something, and a relative dies, but this cousin has all the money.
Yeah.
So it's like,
well, I think
he has to stick up for him or something like that.
I mean, he owes them money. I know that he owes them a certain amount of money, which is the whole idea why he's putting up $25,000, because he would double that and then be able to pay them off. I think he owes them $25,000, which is why would you not just pay them off immediately? I don't know. But like that's the story. So I think Marinara, he's supposed to be a mobster kid. That's the thing I got, like an annoying, like young mobster Sopranos type of guy.
No, I got that. I just didn't know what the end game was.
Yeah, I think he just owes them money. So this was his way to get that money. Or maybe he doesn't have the $25,000. Maybe he has no money, and he's just saying, "Hey, Evan Courageous, put up $25,000 with the hope that he'd get that money and then be able to pay off this dude."
So Disco knocked out in the back. Moving on to match number 2 for the Cruiserweight title at 25K. Evan Courageous, Karagis, Courageous, real talk, with his girlfriend Medusa.
What is notable about Medusa?
Her shining
Plastic?
personality.
Shiny tits!
Oh yeah, that's what I meant by personality.
No, they are
My brain
legit
doesn't work
shiny.
sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, we saw in the last pay-per-view where she had the cologne thing and she was out in the bikini. It's actually more distracting now.
I feel bad
For her?
for her.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that in just a second.
All right.
Let's talk about her sorrow in a second.
Well, let's talk about it now then.
Yeah.
I feel bad for her.
Well, here's the thing. Like, Medusa, at the last show we saw, she was like, this is bullshit. I don't want to be just eye candy. I don't want to be out here doing the shit because the powers that be tell me I can.
I felt bad then, but at least that she was like addressing it.
Right.
Now it's like there's no
Now she's just there macking with
there's
Evan
no
Courageous.
hostility with this.
Well, no, that's what I mean, that's the worst part. Like, she spent 2 weeks wrestling, which she wanted to do. Then she lost. And then she met Evan Courageous.
Yeah, but
and then
honestly,
she's like,
if you could define a rebound guy,
It's pretty close.
that's pretty much it. So
Dreads.
she's real down in her dumps. Like
Ming
just plucked her eyeballs out. She can't even see him really.
Mm-hmm.
All she knows is the
If she
greasy
had-
hair and the backwards Fred Durst hat.
I heard that
if she had giant fake tits and an eye patch, then, you know what, I could be into this
we're
gimmick.
combining like Sable with Scotty Riggs. And you're like, here you go, get on out there.
It's like, oh no. Up. I should not have faced Ming.
He's emerged from his hole.
Yeah.
I, Alundra Blaze, will stop him. Is that Alundra Blaze?
Yes, it is.
I, Alundra Blaze, will stop you.
But she spent months, weeks being like, this is bullshit, I want to be sexualized. And then she fought for weeks, and then she was like, oh, I met this real douchey dickhead, and now I'm okay being sexualized.
That's right.
Yes, I'll be pretty.
Can I just mac on this douchebag? All right. Yeah, Evan Courageous. Wow. His nickname, by the way, when he was there, the commentators and a lot of people backstage called him Nothing Happening Evan Courageous. And
That is the most accurate nickname.
pretty noticeable coming down to this
he was
one.
too busy writing lyrics about
Girls.
wearing masks and being a counterfeit. Perhaps check him out. He wore a mask called Counterfeit.
He's just
Come on.
He's just rewriting Linkin Park lyrics.
Yeah. Man.
Are they twins?
Yes.
Oh, that's fun. Why don't they play into that? They could be like a Tweedledee and Tweedledum thing. And they could run around breaking eggs. Why don't I book?
Sold!
So Evan
It's in Ring of Glory.
So Evan Medusa hit the ring first, of course, as you do.
Mm-hmm.
And then Disco's music hits. Disco's music hits again. We go to the back where Disco's like unconscious. You get Tony Marinero who's got his belt. He's like, get up, come on.
You gotta earn that money. Get going.
Let's go. Come on. Come on, buddy.
I think numbers and letters are messed up in my head. He's like, get on out there. Get on out.
I don't know math anymore.
Get out there. You don't need to know math.
The moment they get out there, they're like, Disco Inferno. You see Disco, Tony Marinara, and then you just see fucking Evan Courageous jogging into frame with the weakest kick you've ever seen anybody give anybody. I had to pause the pay-per-view. I laughed for 2 minutes at the absurdity of everything going on.
Man.
It is wonderful. And then Disco just fucking log rolls down the ramp as they ring the bell to start the match for no reason. No one's in the ring.
Ref is like, this looks fine.
No.
Go. I gotta say, Evan Courageous, for somebody who we seen him before? I know he's done some Nitros, but I'm not sure if I ever actually saw him do it.
I think once, maybe.
He is the worst goddamn wrestler this side of Blitzkrieg. Like, he is just shit. He was
Blitzkrieg.
He couldn't do a drop kick. He did like a half his one leg got off the mat and he just fell over. That was his drop kick.
It's an enziguri to nothing.
Yeah, he is just dog shit.
Who was? Maybe I confused. I thought Evan Courageous was like someone who people liked, but I think I might have been.
I think I'm thinking about Justin Credible.
Justin Credible.
Yeah, right. People like Justin Credible. Evan Courageous eventually.
Rat
face knacker. Yeah.
Courageous eventually will be in 3 count pretty soon, actually.
Yep.
So
I did like 3 count.
But
Jim Helmsley, not my favorite Twitter person.
No.
Yeah.
What does he say on Twitter?
He's also kind of a whiner.
Okay.
He's like a Lance Storm.
He's kind of a Lance Storm.
But he should have a better gimmick because he was also the Hurricane.
Didn't you say that Lance Storm was passive aggressively tweeting at us?
Yeah.
Was he?
I didn't see
because you made the joke about him being like.
He said it. What am I supposed to say?
John Gall's being 7'7",
Yeah.
and Lance Storm was like, I could drop kick 7'7" by myself.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, shut up, Lance Storm.
Somebody responded right after that. It was like, burn!
You had a rat tail. I had the action figure. Oh man, I'm just gonna take that picture and just respond to all of Lance Storm's tweets with the action figure I have of Lance Storm with a rat tail.
Man.
That'd be fun.
I mean,
It's a good gimmick.
his tag team partner is Chris Jericho, and not to say anything, but, you know. If you're going to pick a Marty Jannetty out of that group.
So anyway, this match kind of happens. These guys fight. Medusa's on the ring. Tony Marinara hits commentary. And he is the, 4th worst person on commentary tonight. He's like, hey, yo, do you see this watch? I got this watch. I got a watch. It's a Rolex. A Swolex.
Blolex.
I mean, he's supposed to be disliked.
Yeah, honestly, I was okay with him, Ty, because he wasn't put over the match, but who cares? Because look who's in the fucking ring. But at the same time, at least he was putting over the angle. He was talking about how Disco bet on Duke in the national, in the NCAA tournament that year. That's why he lost all the money. So at least he's building up why this is happening. I was all right with it. He was fine. He was annoying, but like I said, he was supposed to be.
He's annoying. He's supposed to be. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, he's all right.
And then the best part, he goes to, he just jumps up, and commentary's like, oh, Tony Marinara's gone. He just left ringside, and he's showing his watch off to Medusa.
Yeah. He's trying to get with Medusa.
And he's like, hey, yo.
Telling about this.
You see this watch? You want fuck?
No.
In his defense,
yeah,
I've heard worse pickup lines.
and also, she looks like the type of person who would fuck you over a watch.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not even a Timex. It doesn't have to be a Rolex. He could have gone lower,
Oh, damn, does that go underwater?
I like how Mickey's hands tell the time.
Was that a weird fisting joke, or am I just...
Whoa.
No.
Man,
Oh,
Ty.
damn with these things underwater.
We're going to have a fun
Ty.
morning tomorrow.
Well, cut that
What
off.
does that have to do with water?
Yeah.
Are you using water as lube? That's bad.
Are you underwater
It
fisting?
dries up so
Is this a
fast.
club? Can I... I mean, is this...
Don't do that.
that's horrible. God. You
It's
gross man.
It's actually dangerous.
Yeah, very dangerous.
You're not supposed to bone underwater.
What if is this lake water?
Yeah,
What if there's algae?
You have one girl on each arm, and they just dog paddle. That's the buoys.
The boobies?
The boobies?
The boobies.
Past the
Oh,
boobies.
the boobies.
That was a Hogan joke. Because he dog paddles past.
Oh,
What?
Yeah.
On top of, what's this? Thunder in Paradise?
I'm having blood on my nose right now.
This went real bad. It's a bad 2 minutes.
Everybody out of the
Not
water.
for us.
Everybody out of the fisting water. The fisting lagoon. Careful on these parts.
The fistoon.
Kid got eaten by an alligator that
Is that what they call it?
Got fisted by the alligator in that movie.
Oh, man.
Jesus Christ.
How'd this match end?
Steiner
the match
wins.
ends. The match ends when Tony Marinara tries to seduce Medusa with his watch. Evan Courageous is all like, hey, fuck you, that's my girl. Disco shows up with a chair and tries to blast Evan Courageous with it. He murders Tony with it. It's actually one of the most cathartic things I've seen.
Yeah, he leaves his feet and just, like, rams it into his face. He doesn't even, like, swing the chair.
It's like a diving swing.
Yeah.
And then Disco's like, oh, pin me, pay me.
Whatever.
Pin me, pay me.
Look at the lights.
Post-match,
Evan Courageous and... talk about a generation.
Evan Courageous and Medusa do one of the most awkward make-outs I've seen.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so super weird.
Has he made out with anybody ever? He's like trying to eat her head. He's like, it's like you like apprehensively going for your first kiss, and you're not quite sure what you're doing, but you're also apparently a 25-year-old dreadlocked man.
He saw somebody give mouth-to-mouth resuscitation once when he was a kid, and was just like, oh, that looks hot.
It's like, okay, all right, I need to kiss this girl. I'm going in. And then she's like, "Oh fuck!
I'm gonna cover your mouth with my mouth."
And he's like, "All right, I can get this." And she's like, "I need this paycheck. I need this paycheck. I need this paycheck." He's like, "Fistigator, please."
Evan Courageous just leads with his incisors, like.
But then it turns into like a movie kiss, and it's like, oh wait, no, we're not actually doing this.
Right?
Like,
yeah, the arm around there. Yeah.
She resisted so aggressively. Like she was, you could definitely hear her inner monologue.
Yeah.
It was like, do I need to do this? I think I do. Why does he keep saying nookie? I don't know. I guess I'll go for it.
He did it all for me?
Yeah, I guess.
Come on.
I heard you be rolling.
Maybe Cookie was synonymous with watch.
And then Disco just carries Tony Marinara out comically, apologizing.
Yeah.
Like, it's
I'm
great.
so sorry.
Like fireman's carry,
Yeah,
right?
like his body's like draped over his side. Yeah,
Over his shoulder.
Over shoulder. Yeah, just
Dude,
carries
I'm
him
so
out.
sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Sure.
Yeah, that's great.
Disco knows how to play up to the crowd. And we talked about this last pay-per-view. If Disco can't get a good match out of you, you can't have a good match. So Evan Courageous, thank God he's gonna be. They don't even throw him in a tag team. They have to throw him in like a 3-man group to hide his shit.
With Tank Abbott eventually.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Spoiler alert.
We'll get there.
Evan sucks. Medusa looks like a shell of her former self. Tony Marinara, annoying commentary, but he needs to be. Disco is just doing his best to make something out of this match, but it's just a dumpster fire.
Yeah, do you think Medusa is more or less depressed in storyline than when she killed herself the last time we saw her?
More.
Okay.
At least she had some dignity when she took her own life. It was more of a seppuku thing.
Mean Gene's like tripping over himself to get out there to interview her. You just have to make out with Evan Courageous. What type of low point in your life is this, bitch?
I just imagine, like he hears a gunshot and he's just running and
Yeah.
stepping over bodies. Like, who was that? Who was that?
Nash, the bet still stands! Nash!
Nash, the Sharpie.
Look how sassy Sting is here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something.
Speaking of dumpster fire, we have Bret Hart entering the arena, not looking like he slept for a week, just pounding at Tim Hortons.
I think I had that leather jacket. Did he get it from the Gap? Anybody know?
You got it from that store in the mall that sells...
Northern Reflections?
Yep. Sells sweatshirts with pandas on them.
Northern Reflections sounds like an SNL parody.
Or a Canadian strip club.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You don't want to do a lot of reflection in strip clubs.
Well, I do.
You don't want to have a lot of inner
How
thought.
did I get here?
Yeah.
What has my life become?
How did I get here?
Days go
Which
by.
one will I settle with?
All right, so we go backstage to Double J getting yelled at by the powers that be.
Dr. Claude Russo.
Dr. Claw style. You don't see his face, but you see him. Listen, Jarrett, you're gonna go out there. You're gonna do what I tell you to do. He's like, yes, sir, Mr. Powers that be.
I'll get you, Jarrett.
Nerd time.
Canada deserves better than Bret Hart.
Yeah. If you could give one American wrestler to Canada to be their own, who would you give? That they could be proud of.
Okay. This is a real question. Let me think about that.
I got one already.
I'm gonna give you a good answer.
Okay.
You go.
I want to say the Macho Man Randy Savage. I feel like he's somebody they could be really proud of. I feel like he could also fit well into Canada.
Amazing, but slightly underrated.
Right. Yeah. Like, he's not like the tippy top.
Yeah.
But he's somebody that they could really associate with. You could see him at a hockey game. You could see him, like, taking a double-double at Tim Hortons and a box of Timbits.
What's the question?
If you could give one American wrestler to Canada for them to be proud of, to replace Bret Hart.
I'm going to give you a more current wrestler.
Okay.
Finn Balor.
Okay, that's a good one.
Super duper nice.
Yeah.
Very talented. Executes things well. Seems to enjoy himself.
Right.
I'm gonna say they don't need him.
No?
You got Sami Zayn. You've got Kevin Owens.
Sami Zayn is not from Canada. He's from the world. Just ask his pants.
I've talked to his pants hundreds of times. They have yet to respond.
They speak volumes with their existence.
Their flagginess.
Triple H.
Yeah. All right.
Get him out of here.
All right. We want to focus on this guy.
This was a good discussion.
It was. Right, we're talking about Canada.
Bret Hart's
Related.
the worst. Canada's great.
Right.
That's
take
a
your
real
pick
thing.
to do this, though. Stop paying attention to that, guys. We gotta. You guys are talking about a match that happens 4 matches into what we're
No, we
talking
just talked
about.
about Bret Hart. Bret Hart wandered
He
out.
just walked
Yeah.
through. That was
drinking his
literally
Tim
the
Hortons.
last thing we talked about.
Yeah.
I will turn this podcast around.
We're gonna go back to
We'll go back to
the
Evan
beach.
Courageous.
Yeah. Oh.
Is
That's a
everyone
threat.
in together now?
That's a threat.
Break some stuff tonight.
How many more of those you got?
I know a lot of Limp Bizkit songs. There was a song on their 4th album about how cool shotguns were. Can you guess what the name of the song was?
Shotgun.
It was Shotgun.
Definitely sounds like the name of the song is the chorus as well.
I'm just gonna turn you guys down. I'm just gonna talk
Yeah,
through the rest.
shut our mics
You
off.
guys can beat boop through this.
We'll yell about
pay-per-view.
Bret Hart and Tim Hortons and
And I'll
shotguns.
just go through my notes
Yeah.
for the pay-per-view.
Anybody can watch the pay-per-view. They come for our witty banter.
Yeah, and
our
Limp
good
Bizkit
luck.
references. And
And
Cash.
recollection of the 90s.
And
Our-
Cash. Hey, Cash.
Last Twitter or Twitch stream had 4 viewers. I was 2 of them. They're not coming for any of those things, Greg.
Those other 2 people came for those things. Actually, one of them was like, when are you going to play WCW NWO World Tour? Because that's what I have it listed under.
They stuck around, though.
That's true.
Yeah. Anyway, what's the next match? Or the next segment? Because we have a segment.
We do have segments.
Yes.
Which we're trying to get through. Norma Smiley.
Keep rolling.
It wasn't even that funny.
He's done. It's so bad Cash is worried about you.
I'm just gonna take the old board and just do this by myself from now on. We'll just
I don't blame you.
We're alright, buddy. We're alright. It's alright, dude. Thank you.
The Cash is legit concerned
I
you're
know.
not doing well.
I know. It's alright. Everything is fine. Nothing is fucked. Except Ty's psyche.
Shattered time.
no. We're now an hour and a half in. We've gone.
Yeah, but you were recording way before we started.
We're an hour in, and we've got 2 matches.
There you go.
We'll get it. We got it.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah. This is a packed pay-per-view. Want to give our listeners what they did not pay for. I'm good. I promise I'm good.
Greg, you want to introduce this next segment?
Oh, I don't remember what happened.
Yeah, I know. So shut up. Norma Smiley shows up in Leafs gear, chatting with Mean Gene. He calls himself the consummate hardcore wrestler, which is hilarious.
That was good, yeah. That was funny.
Someone drops a pipe, and he cowers behind Mean Gene.
Yes. This is classic Screamin' Norman. We finally got to Screamin' Norman Smiley, his most over character. He's dressed in at first, I feel bad. I thought it was a Cujo jersey. Ty had to correct me. It was a Ty Domi jersey. So
Ty Domi, who is apparently in the crowd tonight.
Yes, right.
Poor man.
Getting beat up by Rob Ray.
Match number 3 for the inaugural WCW Hardcore title.
Yeah, wait a minute. Didn't the whole junkyard thing give you... Somebody won a fucking
No,
trophy.
Junkyard trophy.
Oh, that wasn't the belt.
Yeah.
Okay, alright, I got
It
you.
was the Junkyard Invitational Battle Royale.
I'm with you.
Fit
Okay.
Finley still never got back to me. What a jerk.
Seriously, what's he up to?
Yeah.
What is Fit Finley possibly doing that he couldn't just respond like, yeah, I still have that, or no, that was stupid?
Masturbating.
To the masturbatorium.
Dude, he's just... That trophy's just covered.
How would you tell?
This is just blood or...
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's... I refuse to go to a doctor.
We've got a nasty boy, Jimmy Hart, taking on Screamin' Norman
What
Smiley.
happened to the other nasty boy?
He just left. He's just like, they didn't want him anymore. Which is, well, he wasn't as close.
This nasty boy probably told him to give up on his dreams.
Right? And then what he was doing was stupid.
Yeah, nasty shoe. Wrestling's stupid. You should not do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, get out of here. Sags?
Sags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joey Sags?
It's Zags this time.
Ziggy Zags.
Ziggy Zags. You know what? That's
actually a
a
pretty good
gimmick.
name.
I know that one.
Go for that.
Norman wears gold equipment to the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Love
funny.
it.
That's cool.
Why has no other hardcore wrestler done this before?
Right, wear armor. Well, Jimmy Hart wore like a battle armor that one time in that one Nitro. I posted it on our Twitter account. You can follow us at WCWTF Twitter. Wait, no, at WCWTF Podcast.
There it is.
On Twitter. There we go. Follow us now. This is fun.
It's trash.
Yeah, this was fun.
It's trash and plunder.
Yeah.
But it's also stiff as fuck.
Yeah, they're going after each other. You had a good point, Ty, where you talked about you thought maybe Knobs got a little stiff at one point.
So I think, like, early on, after Knobs rips off Smiley's mask, he, like, blasts him in the fucking head with a trash can. Looks real stiff. And then when Smiley gets the offensive, he blasts him really hard with the hockey stick. So I think it's just them going back and forth with, like, here's your fucking receipt.
Yeah. Here's your
Fuck
receipt.
you.
Here's
no.
you.
Fuck you. No. Fuck you. You did this. You did this.
Norman Smiley strikes me as a guy who's very friendly, very amiable, but like
Yeah.
you don't want to push him to the point where you're gonna really piss him off.
We're about to do some Tybo on your
Right.
ass. I'm limbered up real good, so you better shut your mouth.
Leg behind the head.
Cassius. Now's not the time,
What are
bud.
you doing?
Alright.
Squeak squeak.
So there's just a bunch of garbage cans, plunder, until they brawl to the back for more garbage and plunder.
This was a lot. This was 90% garbage cans. In fact,
Yeah.
actually, Bobby Heenan at one point says, "This is Knob's life. Hardcore garbage cans." I'm like, yeah, that is his life.
Walmart.
Garbage can. You 100% got it.
I do have him listed as a garbage wrestler, and he's trying to prove it.
Yeah.
I have him listed as Walmart lesbian, as I always will.
I adore when they get put into the elevator. And I think Bobby or one of them is like, this is the first time we've ever had an elevator on the WCW pay-per-view elevator match. The door's closed. Jimmy Hart's banging on
Yeah, when they
Very
brawl to the
funny.
back, they go through a pantry first, and they're going through they have the fake boxes set up, and not fake boxes, just empty boxes, and they crash through them. There is a part, and I pointed this out when I got here, because when I got here, that match was on. Jimmy Hart climbs a ladder and goes into the pantry food and starts throwing it down on Norman Smiley and Brian Knobs like a fucking spider monkey who had just got into the cabinet. He's just chucking shit from the top. And he was just throwing like boxes of ramen, and he was going nuts. It was the best thing I've seen in a long time.
He Donkey Kong's open
Yes.
popcorn
Yep.
at Norman Smiley.
And that's it. And that's all he does. And then he gives up and walks down. It's so good that there's no ending to that. He's just like, I'm done, and wanders down.
Eventually, I don't know if it's the last episode or last pay-per-view or whatever, but there's like a Ralphus and Norman Smiley
Yeah.
and Terry Funk
Yeah.
match or whatever.
Yep.
And it's like virtually the same thing,
Mhm.
years apart. But, like, it's just a weird, funny match. It's not good by any fucking means, but it is super duper entertaining just because it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, right. And that's the thing. I was thoroughly entertained throughout this entire one. It was so goddamn funny. And then we get to the elevator. Ty, you gotta talk about the elevator.
The elevator is just masterpiece of wrestling.
It truly is.
Elevator opens. Bags, boops. Nasty Boy throws in Norman Smiley into the elevator. He runs in after him, and he does like a fucking against the wall splash. It's like, brah! Commentary's losing. It's like, we've never seen this before.
Yeah.
Elevator match. Jimmy Hart grabs the trash can, tries to hit them with a trash can as it's closing.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh no! He has to Home Alone 2 for the SNES. Hit that fucking button.
Good reference.
It opens up and he just blasts whoever is in the elevator when it opens. It turns out to be a Nasty Boy. And then Norman Smiley just rolls out and gets the pin for 3.
Sure.
So your first WCW Hardcore Champion, Screamin' Norman Smiley.
Totally okay with this.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
fine. He's funny.
The
It's a gimmick thing.
the fucking Nasty Boy run to the elevator. It was like a cartoon. It was like you could almost see him go like whoop 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 whoop, and like dust being picked up on his feet, and then he just Wile E. Coyotes into the wall. It's like he's not even close to hitting Norman Smiley. It is hysterical. So good. So good.
I love so much about this match. I love post-match when Knobbs gets pissed at Jimmy Hart and he just tosses him into a stack of bread racks.
Yeah, bread rack. That's right.
And then he lifts up Norman Smiley and tosses him into the same stack. It's like, someone has to pick this up, you fuck.
Dude, I was having bread rack blue balls because I saw that setup. I'm like, somebody's going through that shit. Somebody's got to go through that, and they did. I'm like, this is a fun match, but like, I haven't unleashed my load
Chekhov's
yet.
bread rack. If you introduce a bread rack in the first act, you better pay it off in the third.
Chekhov, why are the bread racks here?
Wrong Chekhov, but I like your moxie.
My new Chekhov.
Are all the Chekhovs dead now? That one Chekhov got crushed by a Prius.
No, is the original dead?
I don't know.
No, he's alive.
Okay, only
Yeah.
the new Chekhov.
Yeah. So are all the Chekhovs dead? No, just one. Gotcha.
1 out of 2.
One out of
Imagine
2.
The Russian guy was too.
No,
Did
he's
he-
alive.
The
did he
Chekhov,
get
no.
blocked?
I'm talking about the Chekhov's gun guy. The actual
Oh,
Chekhov
right,
of
right,
Chekhov's
right,
gun.
yeah.
Oh no, that guy's dead.
Yeah,
Shit.
Yeah, he's dead.
Not 1 out of 3 then.
Yeah.
It was Chekhov's gun.
Yeah. Chekhov.
Yeah.
And then crushed
and
by a
Anton,
Prius. Chekhov.
Anton Yelchin.
Yeah.
Oh.
He was crushed by a Prius, right?
Yeah, I was looking at this front. It was horrible.
Real bummer.
What a crazy way to die. Truly sad way to die.
Yeah.
Like, it couldn't be
But
like a
it's
muscle
also-
car. It
right.
couldn't be like a 67 Chevy.
He went out to hit the buttons on his fucking
His door or something.
door.
Like that,
Yeah.
and it
And the
just-
car,
And the
just
car
wasn't in
like,
park.
Yoink.
Yeah.
Well, you fucked that one up.
Zuckus' Prius.
The actor who played Chekhov was crushed by a monster truck shaped like the Macho Man.
Right, like fucking lie.
Yeah. Right.
So, okay, guys, I'm very serious about this. When I inevitably die in a stupid way, please lie.
Okay.
All right.
I don't think we're gonna have to. Ty, do you think it's gonna be something amazing? It really is.
All right.
We're not gonna have to exaggerate
All right,
it
thank
further.
you.
I'm just gonna say you died sucking your own dick, and I'm gonna
Died
have
doing what he loved.
died doing what he loved.
The only thing he was ever truly good at.
Blew a burst blood vessel in his eye.
Keep watching on Twitch to see. No.
Later, I do a after hours demonstration.
Gets a little blue.
The old IRL stream.
The trick is to limber up.
The trick is not to limber up and just force it.
Well, if I want to die.
Yeah, right.
If you hear popping, it's not good.
2 pops, what you need.
So we go to a video package setting up the Revolution, taking on the Filthy Animals.
Oh boy.
The Filthy Animals freed Tori Wilson from some sort of sexual slavery.
Yeah, Saturn kidnapped her. We had our first glimpse of a pole match, so that was nice. We popped that cherry.
A Tori Wilson on a pole match.
Mhm.
I love it.
Interview with the Revolution.
Oh, this was weird.
It was great. It starts off with it's Shane Douglas with Asia. He's like, we don't need Tori Wilson. We got Asia. We're gonna be huge. We're the best. We're great. And then Malenko grabs the mic and he's like, hey, what if dinosaurs happen? And then Saturday's like, shut the fuck up. If dinosaurs happen, there would be poop. There would be poop and filthy animal poop.
It'd be poop aware.
And it's like, Shane Douglas was like, what in the fuck? I don't even know what the fuck's happening. It's insane, and I love it.
Yeah, I don't remember like Crazy Perry Saturn before the WWF Moppy version.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, he was out there, and clearly that's what they're headed for.
Did he have like an aneurysm mid thing?
Yeah.
Poop. Ah.
Well, Malenko was just as weird.
Yeah,
Malenko was like the JFK conspiracy and the moon landing. He was all out
what
there.
if JFK never got shot in the head?
Yeah.
And also, what if the Earth is flat?
Right.
Do you guys ever
We're
think
talking about what ifs. What if? Right?
Yeah. It was just all over the place, though.
That promo was weird. Although, let me tell you one thing I did like about that promo. Shane Douglas is obviously injured. He's like real world injured.
Right. Yeah, he's broke his arm or something
He's
like that.
still fucking working.
Yeah, right. He's
He
still
doesn't
doing stuff.
disappear.
Right.
Like, it drives me insane when a wrestler gets hurt and then they disappear from all the storylines. Like, they're dead.
I don't know.
Except for Roman Reigns, whose intestines tried to escape his awful body, and they decided to have a video conference with him in the hospital.
Yeah.
I kind of wish he was on a plane, and then
John Travolta tried to
like-
jack him off.
Let's get that intestine out. One way or another.
hey brother, I'm gonna need that intestine.
Need that intestine.
Give me that.
Ho-Ho's a surgeon now.
One glove on. Snap.
It's not actually a glove, it's just more hair.
Yeah. Ow.
Ow.
It's okay. I cleaned it with my mouth.
I'm a cousin brother doctor.
Like a cat. Ho-Ho's a cat.
Meow. Did you see me in the musical?
He was Mr.
It's called
Mistopheles.
Kokins.
Yeah, we're the ones who are derailing this podcast time.
I get a minute.
You had a minute with Paradise and Thunder or whatever it was. Fisting our way through alligators.
Headed back to the lagoon.
So Ho-Ho's there.
So we get
He's not.
Oh, right.
So we go from the Revolution interview to the Filthy Animals interview, which Conan kills it.
I want this all the time. Conan was amazing.
He's like, hey yo, let me speak on this. He's like, looks at Mean Gene. What is it, the hat or the belt? Because he's got a belt.
Yeah, Mean
He's
Gene's
like,
staring at him, yeah.
was it the hat or the belt?
Mean Gene's like, hat.
Touch it.
Mean Gene reaches out.
That's enough.
So good.
Oh.
Obviously they planned that beforehand, but that was so... Like, WCW doesn't do, like, subtle funny. They do heavy-handed fun. Like, all wrestling does heavy-handed funny. That was just so, like, under the surface funny. I loved it.
It was very good.
Yeah.
The belt? The hat?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Because his hat was very distracting.
Yeah,
it was like a
it's
fuzzy...
great.
He was wearing a fuzzy bucket hat, if you're not watching this. So, a fuzzy bucket hat, and Mean Gene just staring at him. I'm like, oh, that's weird. So, and I like that Conan acknowledged it. He's like, you can touch it. Go ahead. That's enough. Beautiful. And also, in the same promo, Eddie is holding the camera, the kid cam.
Yeah, he's doing the kid cam.
But he's like, he's never seen it
Yeah.
before. He's just like turning it upside down and shaking it as hard as he can.
And then Kimmy gets mad because he thinks he broke it.
Right.
Very funny.
Then Conan says, like, oh, we're going to beat these guys. And then they give Tori Wilson the mic, which they should never do.
No.
He's like, Filthy Animals, number one Japan.
She ain't there to talk.
Moving on to backstage, actually, where we see Disco apologizing to Tony Marinara. Disco's like, "Yo, I'm sorry about that. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah,
he's in
They are in
Canada.
Canada.
Yeah.
Canadian mosh pit.
Sorry. Tony Marinara says, "I'll be right back. I'm gonna get my family.
Yep. He's gonna bring the
I'm
boys.
bringing the boys."
Oh.
This was like, fuck.
Greg, you are going to see, at the next pay-per-view, you're going to see the Mama Lukes.
Oh, yeah. That was the most appropriate response.
Yep.
Without you even realizing it.
There you go. Actually, the Mama Lukes have their moment. They're pretty fun.
Match number 4, 6-man elimination match. Revolution, Saturn, Malenko, and Asia taking on the Filthy Animals, Eddie, Kidman, and Tori. We got Shane Douglas on commentary because why don't we have someone more annoying? Like, why not get on Bobby's last nerve more?
Yeah, Bobby was not having Shane. But you know what, though? To your point, Greg, at least they're involving him. I don't know if you guys are watching NXT at all, but like the, what are they called? The Ring of Honor guys. Why am I forgetting their name? Shock the System dudes.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't watch it anymore. I hear it's very
Adam
good.
Cole
Adam
and
Cole,
his group. Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost had it again, and it's gone. People are screaming at me right now through their radios.
Yeah.
I'll check the comment feed.
Yeah,
Hold
there
on.
you go. Check the comment feed. So
It says you're gay.
yep.
Oh, yeah, actually.
Totes gay. Totes gay. Totes
Sadly,
gay.
you are gay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Am I?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if he says it, if Ramrod69 says it, then it must be so. Anyway, but like the one of the guys got hurt, and so what they do is they always bring him out on commentary, and they have him like sit at ringside while they're doing stuff. I like that. That's like at least involve them. At least have him around, so when he gets back, you're not like, where the hell were you for 8 months? You know. So it's good. But Shane Douglas, man, he grates on Bobby.
Douglas has his moments on commentary. Like, he's half great, half insufferable. So we start the match. Find enough wrestling to start. Like, there's just a lot of just back and forth from both teams. Until we finally get some outside shenanigans. Where Malenko gets poked by a fan with a Canadian flag.
Right.
And that dude is fucking out of here.
Yeah, we actually had an actual discussion before this as whether this was a work or not. We landed on work, right?
I'm on shoot.
See, but we do see it later with the
yeah,
same guy.
like they bring it back.
Dressed the same way.
Because that's how Bret Hart was dressed, and then Malenko fucks with Bret Hart later.
That's not how he was dressed. That's
It's
just
for
how
the middle match it was. That when he came out and wrestled Sting, that's how he was dressed.
The only thing I can say is
Was that Bret Hart dressed up like that?
I don't know. None of us know. It's
security gets him out of there
It's
real
too
fast.
WCW to actually know.
Real fast. By the way, it's Undisputed Era is the stable. I want to get that out there.
There you go.
So you can stop screaming at the radio right now.
The radio.
The radio where you can hear a stream
100.9.9
on AM WCW.
WCWTF radio.
Oh, I love that.
Go fuck yourself.
It's a good tagline. So yeah, by the way, also, when the Revolution come out, they always do a pose. Let's talk about this.
Yeah.
You mentioned it very briefly when you saw it on the actual video stream. They come out and do a pose. Dean Malenko does not get the memo that everyone's supposed to pose. So he just stands around looking like a goober.
Like an idiot.
Yeah. Also, Asia, though, every time Asia poses, I feel like she doesn't have, like, control over her. Like, she's not structurally sound. Like, she's gonna fall over every single time. She always has to pose, and she has to, like, struggle with it. Like, she's trying to get her sea legs under her. And it's weird. At first, I thought it was because she was wearing high heels, because every time we saw her before this. But no, I'm like, no, you're wearing wrestling boots. You just don't know how to control your body. So, that's my anger toward Asia and her standing. I hate it. Learn how to stand, Asia! Learn how to stand.
Is she dead?
Yes. Okay. I don't know. Yes.
Probably.
All valid points. Except for maybe her being dead. I'm not sure about that one.
Definitely dead.
First one to get eliminated is Kidman with a roll-up. And Kidman leaves, and then Conan just kind of joins him.
Yeah.
Weird. Maybe.
Crowd early on starts getting boring at this one. Even, like, right before Kidman gets eliminated, so I don't think they were having it.
That was 2 minutes in. I think they're being NXT-ish. They're just like, there's no Canadians. Fuck the Mexicans.
We don't know if Asia might be Canadian. She's built hardly.
I would,
just on
if I had to
legs.
venture a guess, I would probably say she was Asian.
I don't know. She's tall and built.
Asia's big, man.
I know she is. We just saw her.
Like, I've seen tall Indians. like Jinder Mahal. 6'5".
That's your go-to.
Definitely not Canadian.
Yeah.
Jinder Mahal.
That's his new gimmick. Gender definitely not Canadian Mahal. But he is. He's always wearing jerseys and shit.
His music is still in Indian.
Yeah.
Still the exact same fervor, but much more polite. He's not like the god of lions anymore, the modern Maharaja.
You can't Canadian the ginger?
Caninder the ginger?
Caninder.
Yeah. There we go.
Don't caninder the ginger.
That's
Like
a
a
shirt.
big maple leaf with the circle slapped through it.
Wearing a fez. A maple leaf wearing a
Just
fez.
a fence.
Oh man, that's good. So Kidman out. Asia does some. Asia jumps in. You actually get some Asia wrestling.
Yeah, she has a really bad clothesline, but other than that, she's all right.
The crowd seems to enjoy it. She's
clothes line.
Yeah.
Like she's in JCPenney and it's not very flattering. I don't know, man.
Craig just walked off the podcast set.
It made more
Done.
sense in my head.
That's not the worst thing that's happened tonight.
You're the worst thing that happened.
Burn.
Sick burn.
Sick burn, bro. So yeah, this is
she hits like a really nice vertical suplex. The crowd seems to enjoy it. Weirdly, they seem like pro her team. Eddie catches Dean with a snap Hurricane Rana for another elimination. Eddie hits Asia with a frog splash, elimination. Saturn locks in the rings of Saturn, elimination. I mean, there's not a whole lot to go into during this match. It's a fine match.
Well, this is a real filler one. I think that's why the crowd responded the way they did. It just there's not a lot of heat between these guys at all. We talked about that in the last podcast. That they're supposed to be like these, it's supposed to be this fierce rivalry, but you don't feel it. There's nothing there. So the crowd just didn't really care. We're just kind of in between. So the ending was interesting. You want to talk about that?
Yeah. So as I was saying, the last two in the ring. Saturn and Tare!
Ooh, Tori Wilson!
Ooh.
She
So
had a showing at the Women's Royal Rumble.
I wish you had a bigger showing.
Ooh. Woo!
She is looking pretty good.
She's got to be in like her 20s here, right?
Yeah, it's
Like early 20s. That's amazing.
not to be that guy, but I mean, she looks hot. She looks scared, and that's kind of my wheelhouse.
Wow, used a lot of Kleenex during this one.
I can't wait for him to edit that out.
Nope. That's going to be the tag at the end.
I'm leaving that in.
The zinger! Okay, I mean, like...
So she jumps in because she has to.
Mm-hmm.
Saturn grabs her by the hair, and she's like terrified and like turning away from him. And then she hits him with a pretty decent low blow.
Yeah, she swings the leg back. Well, it's supposed to hide it from the ref, even though the ref's right in front. But whatever, you forgive that.
Classic low blow.
Yeah.
I'm pulling for Tori right now.
Yeah, right.
1, 2, kick out.
And that's amazing because they've shown in the past they have no problem burying Perry Saturn, like zero issues. So I was kind of surprised you kicked out of that one.
So then Shane Douglas on camera is like, "This is bullshit." He goes up and oh man. Could you guess that he would argue with the ref?
Yeah.
For Perry Saturn to slam a clam?
Yeah, he badge punched Tori Wilson.
He got, like, elbow deep.
Yeah.
And then pinned her with a 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the Revolution wins by clam slam.
I think that's supposed to be like showing how like horrible of a person Perry Saturn is. It just came out as funny to me. That was his go-to move, was like punch her in the vagina.
Yeah, if it was just like, let's take it like a 5-minute Perry Saturn versus Tori Wilson match.
Yeah.
But man, we don't need any of this. Or even like an Asia versus Tori Wilson match.
That would have been fine. Although that probably wouldn't have been a pay-per-view. That's like a Nitro. But you know,
can we talk about the next match then?
this pay-per-view really, I think, maybe it's going to break the record of the first pay-per-view we ever watched in terms of like dick punches and badge punches.
Yeah.
Like this is heavy on that dosage, real heavy. we talked about like getting punched in the dick, right? Like if somebody punches a woman in the vagina. Okay.
I've asked a lot of girls this.
Yeah,
actually.
and it's just you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
Like it hurts like hell, I'm guessing, because you just got punched. Like nobody wants to get punched anywhere, right? Like if you just turn around and punch me in the ass, I'd be turned on.
Right.
But like if you get punched in the vagina, that's gonna hurt. But like the comparison to being punched in the dick, I think that's what we're supposed to assume here. Like, oh, that hurts just as bad.
Well, yeah, one of them says like that's gonna hurt anybody.
Yeah, all right, that's still gonna hurt. Right.
No, Tony actually says, "Does that even hurt a lady?"
Yeah,
that's what it is. He's like, why would they even hurt?
Does getting punched anywhere hurt?
She don't got no nards. Does ladies have nards?
Wolfman's got nards.
Wolfman's got nards.
That's a deep cut. That's a real deep cut. Yeah, but like I always wondered that, and I've talked to my fiance about that, and we still get like it's kind of the same. It hurts because you got punched.
Yeah. It's nerve endings,
right?
Man. It's just
right.
But like I'm about to punch Greg in the dick,
yeah,
and then I'm going to punch Ty in the dick,
yeah,
and the reactions are going to be very, very like they're not going to be what happened to Tori. Example one.
Well, for one of us it will be.
Yeah.
Ty, because he's a lady. Kobe.
Brick.
More like magic.
Because you have AIDS?
You have AIDS.
I don't have AIDS.
I don't have AIDS either.
Stop fighting
I
who
have
has AIDS. Yeah, you got AIDS. We were going to tell you.
I have
Lonzo.
I don't feel like it's going to make the podcast, but I enjoyed it.
Why? Why did that break me so hard?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Woo! Woo! Shit. So, backstage we have Jeff Jarrett with Creative Control, and they're just beating the shit out of Buff Bagwell.
Sure.
Moving on to match number 5.
No, that makes sense then. They're saying what you're leading up to. If Kurt Hennig is going to Creative Control, if he's like a sleeper agent, it makes sense that they would want him to win, right?
I don't even know if he was supposed to be, though. I don't know.
No,
Yeah.
because as we go out there, match number 5, if Hennig gets pinned, he's fired. Kurt hits the ring, Buff doesn't show up, and then Jeff Jarrett and Creative Control start beating the shit out of Kurt Hennig.
Oh, alright, never mind.
And the whole idea is like they're supposed to be like making a statement to Russo to prove their worth since Jarrett lost in the first match, but they're not. They're just being annoying. They're not even really doing any damage.
And then fucking Buff Bagwell shows up with a 2x4.
Yep.
He's like, "Yeah, get out of here, Jeff Jarrett." Yeah.
You know why he got a 2x4, right? Buddy with Hacksaw, the Duke of Hardware.
That's right. See, Buff
Last
Bagwell,
week,
right. Bagwell was supposed to wrestle Berlin, and his buddy was like, "Hey, man, I got it. You don't have to be at the arena. I got this."
In the biz, we call that a through line.
Does Tinfoil hat this shit? Wow.
I got like 20 years later, we figure out a storyline. I get it now.
We did that with fucking World War III
Yeah,
'97.
that's right. The epiphany that was World War III.
I'm still a little fuzzy on that one.
That's okay. Nobody else watched it.
Or did they? No one knows.
We don't know.
Yeah, so Double J and Creative Control start beating up on Hennig. Bagwell comes out with a 2x4, chases him off. He's like, get out of here!
Ah.
Get out of here! Snail! Salt you!
Snap.
Salt you!
Just mashing it now.
They leave, and then, like, Bagwell and Hennig just start fighting.
All right,
They just have a regular
right,
match.
like, let's go, guys. All right.
It's just mash now.
But obviously, Buff was tired because he needed to be put into rest hold after rest hold after rest hold after rest hold
After rest hold.
after rest hold.
Hey, you guys hear about this rest holds?
I heard it's pretty good. But have you heard about this rest hold?
No, tell me about it.
It's about a rest hold.
Cool.
Yeah. With another rest hold on top. Hot. Followed by kick. A little too fast.
Okay.
Moving down to a rest hold. Yep.
Just slow it down. Hey, whoa, guys. Whoa. See a little
What about a rest didn't you get?
rest nap
here. Do I
Nap-
look like
is that a nap
Hacksaw?
hold?
I can't go 24/7 like he can. Yeah, this match, a lot of rest holds. Fans, not into it.
I think they're not into it because it doesn't make any sense. It's like, if you had, like, Double J and Creative Control coming out, fighting Hennig, and then Buff came out and he's like, hey, fuck off! and then they all fought together, like Hennig and Bagwell versus JJ and Creative Control.
Yeah, all right.
Maybe that's a thing.
Mm-hmm. And that could be another reason why, because the whole gimmick too is Hennig is he's if he loses him, if he gets pinned, he's going to be fired, right?
He cannot pin, or else he has to.
But the last couple of weeks on Nitro, he's been getting away by being like counted out and being disqualified. So this would have been like, hey, listen, I'm in a tag team. You pinned my tag team partner. You didn't pin me. I can go another week. Like that would have made a little bit more sense.
Got it.
But it's not what happened.
But no, they just Bagwell comes out and is like, fuck you, bonk. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me.
Yeah.
Just rest hold me until I need to win.
Yeah. Basically it. And then Buff hits the block. There's not much to talk about. Buff hits the blockbuster at some point when he escapes one of the rest holds and wins. And Kurt Hennig is done.
8 minutes of this bullshit.
Yeah, that's way too long.
Should we do an in memoriam of Kurt Hennig?
Nope, because he'll be back next week or next pay per view.
Yeah. You so perfect,
Ziggler Prime. We love you.
So Hennig has to retire. And this is the last time we'll see him in this business. It's emotional. Canadian crowd gives him a standing ovation.
That was actually kind of cool, yeah. If this really was the end, that was a cool way to send him off. Spoiler.
Less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
It's not even a Mick Foley retirement.
It's called a ruse.
Oh.
Oh,
we're going to have to be familiar with that term, because holy shit. Moving on. Backstage. Sting. I'm the champ. I never lost the belt. I'm still the champ. Whoop whoop.
Sting looks fucking haggard.
ICP!
His attire.
Well,
what the fuck happened
you
to
mentioned
Sting?
it, and I want to point this out on my notes if you want to look right there. How did I describe Sting?
Oh, sassy.
I said
sassy,
yeah. So I'm glad somebody
yeah.
else picked up that bad too. He's kind of like, I don't know, a little arrogant at the beginning. It's like, I'll tell you what. Sassy Sting gonna come out there and light it up.
Sting's been a heel for months.
Nope.
And this is the first time he actually has heel heat.
Nope.
Yeah.
He does. He does have heel heat.
Was he a face again for a little while?
No, he was always a heel.
Oh.
But he was like Sting heel. He didn't know how to do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, for the last 6 months, since the last time we fought Hogan, which, I don't know, was the last Kill Me pay-per-view,
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of want to die. That was the last time when he was a face, and he was like, oh no, I'm the bad guy, and now I'm still a heel, and he's like, and it's like, oh, are you facing Bret Hart? Fuck you.
I love that Sting couldn't turn heel because when he turned super face, he went emo. It's like, you know, when you were the face, you wore all black and hung out alone in the rafters. What do you do now? Hang out more alone in the rafters?
I'm deeper in the shadows now. I have more crows.
It's just a completely dark room. Just a voice from a black screen.
I'm not going to change my face paint or anything.
Yeah.
But you guys should also boo me. Because I Sting or Splash more often.
I'm bad.
Yeah. Sting's like, black and white was good, so I'm going to go like multicolored surfer.
Yeah.
Or like,
It's like,
right.
you know, is that going to work? And the guy's like, does he know how to face a heel? What
No
is
joke.
he?
If you went back to Surfer Sting, but then was like
A heel?
was like 80s like Scheme Lodge movie. Dad, oh my god, that'd be
That would be awesome.
Like inviting people to surfing competitions and telling them they're not good enough.
Got on his giant cell phone.
Yes.
We're going to close down this beach.
Yes. How amazing would that be? Surfing Safari Sting. That's the name of the movie he's in. Surfing Safari.
yeah.
Starring Sting.
Starring Sting and the Beach Boys.
And other Sting.
And Uncle Jesse.
Uncle Jesse.
And Urkel.
And Cody.
Rhodes?
Yes.
Man, would that be great if they remade Step by Step, but it was Cody Rhodes in the it was Cody Rhodes in the van.
Oh my god. By the way, when I went to that con in Connecticut, there were so many fucking Bullet Club shirts. I got pissed.
It's crazy. And just like Bullet Club, Alpha Club, Villain Club.
But I feel like if I see you in a shirt, I don't have to listen to you.
Omega
It's
Club.
good. It's like I can recognize like, all right, your opinion doesn't matter, and I just move
Right.
on. It's good.
How far are we from the ad break question area?
Almost.
Okay, because the dog needs to go
My
out.
joke was, fuck, I lost it.
Cool.
Summer Semester, starring Sting.
No, it was, oh, fuck, what band? Shit.
New
Weezer?
Radicals.
I did. Yeah. It's like when your girlfriend's super into Weezer. That's what's being Sting is like.
What a combo.
Touring this summer.
Fucking, where are we? So Sting finally has heel heat. He sucks. Bret Hart has all the cheering behind him.
Yes, he does. And it's legit this time. Like, a
Yeah.
lot of times you feel like it's like, oh, we have to... Bret Hart's your good guy. Cheer for him. People are like, whoa. Now it's like, man, the Canadians are solidly behind Bret Hart, as they always are.
It's insane.
Yeah, it's
They are
rabid.
hotter than
Right.
I think I've ever seen any crowd in
This
almost
crowd is so
wrestling.
fucking hyped.
Yep. And, you know, Sting versus Bret Hart, like, honestly, before we started this podcast, if you had told me, like, oh, you're going to review a Sting Bret Hart match, I'm like, oh, that should be pretty good.
Yeah.
So, it actually wasn't as horrible. I think I have a weird dislike of both guys now, so I go in there not thinking this is going to be any good, but this was alright.
I have a weird dislike of both guys, but the crowd
Yeah.
really won me over on this one. Like, the fact that they're so behind Bret kind of gets me on his side. It was like, yeah, let's go Bret.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about it for the main event, but Bret wasn't the all-time worst here.
Sting
It's
Sting has a
right
lot
now.
of like bullshit heel heat. He does a lot of low blows. There's like 4 times he should be disqualified.
Yeah, he does it right in front of the ref, and the ref's like... And the commentators, though, to their credit, they do say, like, no, they're just going to let this go. They're just going to... This is too important to have a winner. We need to have
in
a
a
winner.
weird way, that almost makes sense.
It does. It 100%
Because, like, this
does.
is a
yeah.
playoff.
Right.
You know,
Right.
playoff to go unlimited overtime. It's like, yeah, he busted him in the balls, but we can't.
Yeah.
We've got to have a winner.
Mm-hmm.
Best part of the match, however, is Sting going woo and the crowd going boo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
good.
great.
Not that, you know, I can't go a match without criticizing Bret Hart. It's just not in me.
Right.
But he does this, like, the entire build-up to this. They even talk about it on commentary and all the video packages, was Bret Hart got hurt a lot in those prelim matches. And he was supposed to be like, this. It was the same leg that he had the hairline fracture in. And he was supposed to be like, he would like pick and choose when to sell it. And that annoyed me a little bit. Like, he'd get up from a big spot and he would like jump on his leg, no problem. And then like, you know, Sting would attack it and all of a sudden it's like, ooh, like, gotta sell that. You know, that took me out of it a little bit. It's a small criticism, and I know who am I to say anything? I'm just a fan.
I'm gonna say we're holding. If we're gonna hold that to Bret Hart, we're holding that to a standard we do not hold the rest of WCW to.
No, because fuck Bret Hart.
But you know,
Fuck him. White bitch.
Fuck Bret Hart. Fuck Bret Hart.
So Bret goes off the top rope, right into Sting as he pulls referee Mickey J right into the line of fire, and Bret like stares at him for like 1, 2, 3. Got him!
Perfect timing. Best there was.
This is the call for everyone's favorite Lex Luger
Yay!
to make his appearance with the baseball bat. Oh, who's he gonna attack? Oh, I bet it's not his best friend Sting.
He's never done that.
Was
I mean,
it his best friend Sting?
It was his best friend Sting.
Maybe Luger's a good guy now.
maybe. Luger has not ever betrayed Sting aside from those others like 73 times.
Was he
did that.
wearing his betrayer pants?
Are those tearaway pants?
Yeah.
Are
They
those-
are technically, they do
are those-
betray me every
yeah.
time.
Are those any pants?
Mm-hmm. Not, a
Was he
big,
wearing pants?
not a big fan of pants or shirts.
Yeah.
He betrays Sting.
Is baby oil a clothing item? Is when you wear baby oil, is that wearing an item of
He
clothing?
wears, yes.
Okay, yeah.
Bret comes back, grabs the bat, kicks Lex right in the dick, which is
course.
great, and then pops him right in the sharpshooter.
Yeah.
To which referee Mickey Jane wakes up. He's like, "Hey, ring the bell. Bret, you win." I know. Sting got attacked, but Bret, Brett, you win.
Never noticed that until right now. Yeah, what the fuck?
And then Brett's like, no, I want to win for real. And Luger's like, my knee just got fucking backed in, dude.
My dick
Are you
hurts.
shitting me?
Oh god.
He just hit my knee with a bat. This sucks. Brett's like, stir it up.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. So Luger eventually, Sting eventually, they fight for a minute. Brett dominates. Sting gets in a last-second Scorpion Deathlock, and Brett's like, fuck your knee. Kick, punch.
I like that though. That was good. He attacked the knee that was attacked by Luger. There you go. This is a good finish for this. I'm okay with that.
It's psychological.
Psychological, right?
Right to the sharpshooter.
In a promotion that doesn't often talk about correct psychological things. That was fine.
And then Brett wins.
Fort
Hort is going Ort to your Fort Hort World Tour Champion short.
I see what you did there.
That is true.
I hate how Sting had to get up and acknowledge him.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, listen. If you're going to wrestle the best, you have to kiss the ring.
Right.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
It's in his contract.
You know what you got to do? You got to bend the knee.
Yes, that's true. And then bend the other knee.
Right.
And then give him the
pull.
stinger splash all over his crotch.
The facial stinger
Then
splash. Repeatedly.
Unzip.
Right.
And then open the mouth.
Right.
I thought we were going to do
Chork on the dork of Fort Hort. Yeah, but after the match, Brett's celebrating. Sting's like, hey, get back here. Get back here. And they're like, they're going to fight again. And Sting's like, hey.
But god damn it.
I'm not a heel anymore.
I respect you.
You got the juice now.
You're the dog.
You're the
man now,
biggest
dog.
dog ever. Dog in the ring, dog.
Sorry I attacked your balls so much, bro.
It's okay.
I was a heel that entire match.
Sorry about
But
the balls.
This worked out for Hogan. I'm sure it's going to work out fine for me.
You see what that?
You're not going to be heel in a month. I'm totally sure.
See what that Luger guy did to me? That means I'm a good guy. Because he's a bad guy.
Back in the back, we've got Benoit with Mean Gene. He gets a fine promo about being the best there is, best there was, yada yada yada. It's just a solid promo.
You know what? Once again, good placement of this is right after the last match. We now know who the finals are. Let's get the other guy's opinion on who he's fighting.
Yeah.
Good, fine. It didn't have to be anything. It was short and to the point.
And then we go backstage. We've got Lex in a neck brace.
This was awesome.
This was a tremendous night for Bret Hart.
What is going on?
For
I can't wrestle. I got the cervical brace on. I can't fight because I need to keep my cervical neck on, which sadly enough is actually something that happens later in his life, which is a bit of a bummer.
I recognize it's the right word, but I can't hear cervical neck without thinking cervix.
Right, yeah, me either.
I'm like, I think that's wrong.
Oh yeah.
Don't correct him.
Yeah, and they say it so much, and I keep hearing it, and I'm like, I don't know.
The best part, though...
Is that your pussy neck?
Luger and his pussy neck. The best part about this, though, is Luger, Mean Gene's interviewing, and Luger looks like just drenched in sweat, holding his neck, like trying to keep his neck still, and said, when I came back, I ran into a doctor, and he prescribed me this neck collar, and he said I can't wrestle. Like, that was so funny. Like, I just randomly found a doctor backstage in the 3 minutes since you last saw me. That was good, though. Like, I'm sorry. Whiny bitch Luger is the best Luger. Where's this Luger been? This is a great Luger. I'm tired of Wolfpack Luger. I don't want cool face Luger. I want this Luger.
Whiny bitch Luger.
Whiny bitch Luger is great.
My issue is this Luger was Scott Steiner a year ago.
That is absolutely true.
That's fine. We love that Scott Steiner.
We did love that Scott Steiner.
We do, but we also had that Scott Steiner. We don't need this Luger. This Luger could do something else. He's just Luger is Lugering off Scott Steiner.
Harry Potter 6 was just as good as Harry Potter 5. Mm-hmm. All right, let's just accept it. We like it. We like Harry Potter. We like muscle men with fucked up necks.
There's a correlation between one and the other.
James Franco to be Harry Potter.
That would be
oh my god,
amazing.
They didn't go Harry Potter 5, and then it's like Here's Harry Potter 5 with James Franco.
James Franco
I would pay-
playing Tommy Wiseau as Harry Potter. I would love that.
I would pay all the money in the world to see that movie.
Yeah.
And this pay-per-view's for you. Alright guys, we'll be back in just a minute with our ad break questions of the evening.
Ooh.
What is the question?
Yeah.
The ad break question is, how much do I want to bang fucking Kimberly Page?
7.
Not even close.
7 times, or just like 7 on a scale of 1 to 10?
On a scale of 1 to 4.
The ad break question for tonight is, which movie killer does David Flair remind you of the most?
Well, that's a good one.
That's
That's
a
also
really good
really
one.
easy. But, okay.
I got a
cool.
good one.
We'll think about
Okay,
it.
yep.
People watching the thing, we'll be back.
We'll be right back.
Bye. back, and we have snacks.
One of
We're
us.
back. We're stacked.
Snacked. Oh.
So,
I
at the,
swear to
end
God,
of the,
these snacks are gonna do big numbers.
at the end of our ad break, so which killer do you think that David Flair is coming up at this next match as he stalks Kimberly with a crowbar?
Yep. Well, because he's wearing all black, right?
Yep.
And he's got a crowbar, right?
Yep.
I'm thinking Leprechaun.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I know. You guys, you can give it to me right now, right?
Greg, your answer?
I was gonna say Puppet Master.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yes.
I was
Because-
gonna. The correct answer, which I was gonna say, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Love that movie.
Star of Hairspray.
What was the Puppet Master you and I watched because it had the guy from The Room in it?
7.
7.
I was the one who sent the dream.
That's right. One of the best lines in cinema history.
And then credits.
Yep.
Like, there was not even a resolution.
Yeah.
The movie just ended.
I was the one who sent the dream.
Credits.
Our show tonight is brought to you by WCW Mayhem, the PS1 game.
Oh.
You guys can buy it. 20 years ago,
Okay.
it was fine.
Pretty good. Maybe.
Man, we gotta find a copy of that. Do we own a copy of that?
Probably.
You guys, one of you
somewhere.
guys gotta have that.
I must.
I mean, it's gotta be
We have
buried
lots of
somewhere.
copies at work.
Yeah.
It's a game.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near as good as the THQ games, like NWO versus WCW, NWO versus the World, even WrestleMania 2000, No Mercy. But yeah, Mayhem.
But look,
Mayhem is a game that happened.
Mayhem blossomed into a beautiful butterfly that became Def Jam Vendetta. So, you gotta give it something, right?
I'm thrilled.
Yeah.
I had no idea, and that's awesome.
It is. I love finding that out. That was amazing.
Moving on to match number 7, a supposed dog collar match. We've got Vampiro with Jerry Only, the bassist from the Misfits.
What the fuck? Sure.
Taking on Berlin and The Wall.
I like that so far we've only seen Vampiro with musical artists.
Yeah, that's right.
It's because they can get the cheapest people that have a bit of a name that are kind of celebrities.
I feel like Jerry Only was a good get.
Yeah, oh no, it definitely. Well, they were big fans. In Mick Foley's book, he talks about like sleeping in a van with the Misfits because they were going to like a show with him. So they were like huge wrestling fans to begin with. So that makes sense. But I don't remember this happening. I don't remember the Misfits ever being involved in WCW.
I don't think this happens after this either.
Ugh,
Before the match, we get our special guest commentary.
Yeah.
We get Dr. Death, Steve Williams, which, by the way, I love. Dr. Death.
Mm-hmm.
Dude's awesome. He's stiff as fuck. He's great.
Very intense. A lot of stories about Dr. Death.
Oh yeah.
He's kind of got like a Ming reputation, Greg. You probably don't know a lot. I mean, have you heard a lot about Dr. Death or
Nothing.
He's very, very well known for like getting into bar fights, picking fights with like people who don't believe that wrestling's real, holding up kayfabe. One of those guys.
When the WWF was doing their Brawl for All, he was supposed to be the winner until he actually got knocked out and like hurt himself. So he kind of got released shortly after that, and now WCW's picked him up and teamed him with Oklahoma.
So I'm not gonna lie, this kind of works for me.
When I first saw this, I'm like, Greg probably likes this. Greg's probably really involved. Do you know who Oklahoma is?
Yeah, it's JR.
Well, that's who he's making fun of.
Oh, and then who is in real life now?
No, you got it. You're right. No, you're good. That's Ed Ferrara.
Okay.
That's Vince Russo's. That's why we made that joke earlier.
That's Ed Ferrara.
That is Ed Ferrara, who is playing a character, because him and Jim Ross never got along when they were in WWE, and he's basically doing all the JR mannerisms. And I think he's doing them kind of funny.
He does a pretty good job.
Yeah.
He's doing a bit too good of a job. Like he's doing like he's gonna lip up Bell's
Yeah,
palsy
that's not
thing.
right.
Maybe leave
that out.
Palsy a little aggressive, but
Like when he was
still.
on commentary and you just heard him, you didn't see him. I
Yeah.
thought some of that stuff was pretty funny.
I agree.
It is moments like
Weird match to come out to.
Yeah.
Like
Well-
the Hennig match would have been better for him to come out to because it was boring as fuck, and at least he would have known like the WWF guy.
But like he's just gonna murder like schlubs. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Like Jerry Only.
But this match doesn't
He's no
matter.
Master P.
No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're right. But
This is a Nitro match where it's like they're supposed to have a dog collar match. I could not even tell you what happens in this match.
I don't even
No.
know who's supposed to be in the match.
yeah, I think all 4 of them were supposed to be.
Why would only have 2?
No, you're right.
dog
No, it is
collars?
just 2. You're right. It's just like the wall, I guess.
No, it was supposed to be Berlin. No, it's supposed to be Berlin versus
Vampiro. Right.
with Berlin and Jerry Only in their corners, but they never put the dog collars on, and they just kind of fuck around, and then like Berlin puts the dog collar on the wall, which doesn't work out, and the wall leaves.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not about that. The entire match is about we're gonna have a rip on JR yelling Vampiro! 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 Oh, slobber schlocker! Bingo bopper! Got him! Got him! I'm just gonna talk in sound bites.
Ty, I'll be honest, that got me a couple times though. Like I really did laugh a couple times at that. I really liked when he said like very casually, he's like, now the wall reminds me of a young Carl Gotch. Good match striker, very good technician in the ring. He's like, he is a 4-time German Football League champion. Was in the Bratwurst Bowl in 1997, 1998, injured in 99, came back 2000.
That kind of stuff was fun, but
Yeah.
then it's like then he'll like grab the mic from Bobby, and it's like I see where Bob was getting tired.
Yeah.
I was like, oh boy. Mm-mm. And then he just grabs the mic. He's like, I got all these fun facts. And he's like, Vampiro, Vampro, Vipidabo.
I like that. I was 100% on board.
Mid-match, Vampiro, or the Wall does what we all wish, or at least what I thought I wish I can do, and he just leaves.
Get up and leave, yep.
Like, Berlin's like, give me the dog collar. You put the dog collar on. And he's like, nah, fuck off. And then Oklahoma's like, the Wall! The Wall! The Wall! The match ends when Vampiro hits a camel clutch with the chain onto Berlin with Johnny Nobody in the corner, like, I'll get him!
Yeah, he's doing like a cheerleader thing.
Yeah.
This match was terrible, and I loved it. And a bunch of weirdos doing it. All it did was progress storylines.
Yeah, right. This entire pay-per-view was like that.
Dissension among the Wall and Berlin.
Yeah. Introduction of a new character.
Yep.
2 new characters.
2 new characters. Jerry Only was there. That was fun.
Yeah.
I love Vampiro. This might be the perfect match. More of this, please.
But they have Steve Williams dressed up like a kind of Steve Austin. He's got the pants. He's got pants. He's got a shirt, but he's also got a vest on. So then when the match is over, because JR is friends with Steve
Right, in real life.
Austin,
Yes.
whose I think real name is
Well,
Steve.
JR is really good friends with Steve Williams.
Yeah.
Really good friends with Steve Williams. So it was interesting to see him, like, because he's kind of making fun of his, like, one of his good buddies here, but Steve Williams is like, whatever, it's a paycheck.
Yeah.
Maybe he thought it was going to be more of a rib, not so much of...
Like a blatant make fun of your
Right.
bells
Yeah,
policy.
kind of a dark.
Yeah.
So then Steve Williams goes in, Dr. Death goes in and fucking murders these dudes.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
awesome.
It is awesome.
And then he does a real shit like Austin, like fingers.
Is he
He's
really
like,
supposed to be like Steve?
I don't
know.
So
He is.
fucking
No, he
old
is.
looking.
Yeah, he's
No,
been
he's-
wrestling since the 80s. Like, he's been around forever.
no, it's absolutely supposed to be a rib on Steve Austin because he actually goes up to the top corner. And he's like, "Give me a beer." And he actually takes he mimes like drinking a
I
beer.
must have missed that.
Yeah, I didn't see that either.
I'm
That
Steve.
makes
I'm
sense,
Steve. Steve Williams.
though. Which is Steve Austin's real name.
Yeah,
Like you're saying.
which
so.
is the joke.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. I didn't super dig this. I found Oklahoma to be real
man.
insulting and real infuriating. I didn't dig it as much as I loved a part of it where he does the deep cut things.
Yeah.
But then he starts yelling, "Vampiro, Vampiro, Vampiro," and it just really took me out of things. I could not concentrate on this match, which doesn't matter to begin with. But
I like his you're right. The little digs were the funny ones. Where we're talking about it's like the Wall with a stiff kick. Speaking of kick, my barbecue sauce is available at all stores. I thought that was really good.
so Vampiro locks in the camel clutch for the win at infinity time.
Sure.
Time has folded over on itself, and now this match has been seen. It will be forever in my mind. It will live forever, like a parasite, nesting in some awful corner of my mind. This is akin to watching the creation of evil, and knowing nothing you can do will ever vanquish it. It's always stuck with me, never to be destroyed.
Match of the night.
It was like 8 minutes.
You've been going to finishing school.
It sucks. I hated this one. I'm sorry. Backstage today informs Scott Hall that he is now the TV champ and the U.S. champ.
Who looks just as surprised as the rest of us. Really?
Sure.
Oh, I guess I'll fight anybody.
Yeah.
Also, we see Hennig, Incredible Hulk, his way out of the arena.
Mm-hmm.
Never does he seen again.
No, he sees Norman Smiley, who gives a, sad nod. Which is weird, because Norman Smiley, last time we saw him, was getting bread thrown at him. So,
Was he shirtless on your front yard?
Ah!
Finally, we see Kimberly Page arrive, just in time for her match.
Mm-hmm. Where can you do that? Where can you show up, 3 minutes before, your match? The pay-per-view started, 2 hours ago. Come on, man. Etiquette.
I think she'd want to limber up or something.
Yeah, with Ty.
Fingers crossed. Match number 8. A match I've dubbed... What? We got Lex Luger with Miss Elizabeth taking on Meng.
What?
A clusterfuck for the ages.
This match was amazing.
Oh my god.
This match was so fucking good.
Luger comes out with the neck brace on.
Yes.
The vagina
Yep.
neck brace,
Yes.
right? And at first I'm like, I don't really... How's he going to wrestle? And then I'm like, fucking Tongan death grip, man!
Yep.
Holy
Genius.
shit, I get it! That's
Genius.
really good!
It's actually very smart.
Yes! He's got the neck brace on because in the weeks before this, he's trying to dodge this. He's trying to dodge Ming. He doesn't want to fight with Ming. He doesn't want to fuck with him at all. He gets to this match. He's got to do it now. He's got the neck brace, so Ming can't do the Tongan thing. He can eat eyeballs, but he can't do the Tongan thing.
You can get my eyes, but you can't get my neck.
Yeah.
There's a great moment here where Lexus selling legs, kicks to the ribs, and he sells it like Daffy Duck, where he's like, ah,
Of course he does.
and then Meng stops kicking, and he's still like, It's like, oh, you fucking idiot.
Oh, Lex.
It's borderline wonderful, but also awful, but also
It's
wonderful.
so
again.
good.
Maybe it's because I've been posting all the Lex pictures, and I'm a couple weeks in, but he's charmingly got into my heart now.
Yes.
He's such this version of him is such a goofball. It's kind of won me over.
So you don't give a fuck. Yeah, that's right. There's a moment when Meng has him in the corner, stepping on his neck, and he's just like,
Yeah, oh, that's
"Help!
great. Help me, referee! Help me!
Help! Just
So
yelling
funny.
help. It's hilarious.
It's so good.
You don't ever
It's so
get a
good.
match where a wrestler is screaming for help.
No. Oh man.
Do we mention that before this when he did his promo? He offered everybody in attendance
Yes.
a
good.
check.
Yes. Oh, we didn't say that.
No, we didn't
but
talk
it was
about
so
that.
Good.
He offered everybody who's a fan of the total
And
package.
Everyone who's a Lex fan,
Yeah.
I will send you a personal check
Yes.
to make for the fact that I cannot wrestle tonight. I'm still waiting on that check.
And
Yeah.
then he says, "Did you hear that, Miss Elizabeth? Isn't that nice of me?"
Yeah, she's like, that's real nice, Lex. Where's this Lex been? Oh my god.
Well, because he was an actual attraction before.
I guess.
Now he's not a main eventer, so he gets the liberty of being weird.
Yeah, he found his niche. This is where I want Lex to always be.
Right.
That'd be weird and funny. This is great.
Yeah.
They even turn the lights off for him when he walks in to do his Lex Luger pose.
Yeah.
He's like, no.
Yeah, he's like, my neck hurt. My neck hurts.
I can't see. No.
Ah.
At one point, Ming rips his pants off, and it looks like he had never seen pants before. He was like,
What are these? They enrage Ming.
Anything before the finish on this one?
No, but the finish. Let's talk about the finish.
The finish comes when after Meng rips off the neck brace, he puts Lex against the ropes, and Miss Elizabeth gets out a spy pen
yeah.
and sprays Lex right in the eye.
So funny.
It's supposed to be like, oh, she meant to hit Meng.
Nope.
It's It's not even close.
She takes forever to get this thing. And she's really struggling. She's really struggling. And there's like, Ming's like so far back. Like he couldn't have been hit by this if he wanted to.
It's just so funny. It's just so perfectly Lex at this point. Oh
it is
my
the
god.
Lexus thing.
You're like expecting this now. Yeah, like he gets hit and it's like fucking molten gold in his eyes. Clawing at his face.
Ming grabs him like tongue and death grips for the pin mission.
Yeah, whatever. Right, sure.
The best part is they go back, they play the replay, and it's obvious that she's just like aiming for him in the eyes.
Don't worry, honey, I got you.
I'm telling you, the way Luger sells this.
That's so funny.
He's like, oh shit, what?
It's just
That Targaryen,
perfect.
he's just like, ah! It's amazing.
Oh.
I
Oh my
trusted
God.
you.
Yeah, Lex, I'm gonna tell you, never
Oh
change,
my God.
man. It's just this is where I want you. This is for the rest of this year where we got to do these pay-per-views. This is where I want Lex Luger. This was like my favorite Lex Luger match.
I know.
And it's under. It's like
so
it matches
good.
all day. It's under 5 minutes. It's like this is perfect for him.
It's 5 minutes and 22 seconds of
Yep.
hilarity.
Oh my god.
More of
so
that,
good.
please. We go backstage with Mean Gene and Bort Hort. Bort gives the good old "Go Canada."
Yep.
I'm gonna fight my friend Chris Benoit. Doesn't matter because it's a championship. Doesn't matter what friends are. 3/4 of the way through the match, you see Luger come in. Last,
Yeah.
last.
It's so funny.
No one pays any attention to him. He cuts right behind me.
Yeah.
He could have split right through the two of them. It was like,
Well, Brent like kind of casually gives him a glance, like, "Oh, there's Lex." Anyway, best there is, best there was, best there ever will be. Sure.
"Last!" Oh my god.
But you know what? Once again, gentlemen, you're continuing a story.
It's
That
great.
everything's part of the
It's
same
just great.
universe. This works, and also like Benoit got his chance to like rip on Brett in the finals. Here's Brett's chance. That's equal. That's fine. You know, Brett should have gotten a chance to say something. It wasn't a lot. We moved on. Perfect.
Moving on to David Flair polishing his crowbar. Not a euphemism.
Nope.
And assumingly he's going to murder Kim with it?
Yeah, I think he's gonna like eviscerate her. Sure.
More on that in a minute. We've got an open challenge for match number 9. Match number 9, open challenge for the TV and US title. Scott Hall versus question mark. Hall can obviously not give less of a fuck.
Nope.
No, and he
Anything.
looks
He
fucking
so
terrible.
disinterested in this.
Hey, yo. Huge pop. I just called Big Kev. We're going to come and we're going to get fucked up in Toronto tonight. And also, I kind of would beat someone up, so anybody want to fight? Because I'm kind of fucked up right now, and I'm looking for a fight.
I can't feel my nerves, so I feel like it's a good time to get hit.
This should be good. I got 2 belts? I guess?
He's wearing both of them.
Yeah.
Then we get ice,
Yep.
ice. Cool. They do like a quick sting of
Yeah,
Booker's
they
music.
play it a little too early,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
stop, and then just correct themselves. Like, why don't you just keep it going at that point?
Right.
It's not like it's the wrong guy's music. It is the right guy's music, and he's done, so sure.
Booker comes out, and like Booker looks dope,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he tries to carry this match like Disco tries to carry every match he's in. But Hall kind of tries for a minute. There's like 2 minutes in this match where Hall looks great, and then he just doesn't care anymore.
No, he really does not give
No.
any sort of effort in this. Also, something happened in the crowd. Did you guys notice that?
Yeah.
Something was going on, because that distracted me for basically half the match. Something was going on to the upper right. It was a fight, or somebody was in the crowd, or whatever it was. It was enough where they stopped caring, like the crowd stopped caring, so I stopped caring, and then they get into a rest hold, and you can see like Scott whispering something to Booker, and I'm like, clearly at that point they're like, all right, man, the crowd doesn't care because something's happening.
She's like girl's tits.
Yeah, her name is Medusa.
Booker.
You see her?
Booker, I want to throw up in your hair. I want to throw up in your. You're gonna look like Evan Craig's when I'm done. He started without dreads, now he has dreads.
Protect your hair.
Throw it up.
Oh, that's good.
So we get a usual 1 minute of wrestling, 2 minutes of rest holds, or fucking off outside.
Mm-hmm.
Then Jeff Jarrett and fucking
Creative Control
show up halfway through. The ref just focuses on Jeff Jarrett while Creative Control shows up. Whatever. They cost Booker the match.
Mm-hmm. Scott Hall gets him in the outsider edge, and
it's weird because Booker, like an idiot,
Puts himself into it.
He jumps up on the second rope. He's like, "Hey, Jeff Jarrett, I'm gonna get you." Oh no, this is exactly the pose I should have been in for his finisher.
let me put my arms stretched out wide in a totally unconvincing pose.
Womp womp. Then the lights go out.
Does he get pinned here?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's an amazing... I think this is when it happened. There's an amazing moment where Jeff Jarrett gets up on the ring, drinks the water, and he's like, 1, 2, 3.
I missed that.
I did too.
Awesome.
Oh, Jeff. Yeah. Lights go out.
Let's go out, and who shows up?
Undertaker!
Kinda.
Who?
Midnight.
Oh.
Who?
Is that a guy?
Kinda. Undertaker is... Undertaker. Midnight
Wow.
is
Swerve.
a
In drag.
female bodybuilder who they got to team with Booker T for like a week.
Yeah, a cup of
You
coffee.
two are darker than the rest. Why don't you hang out together?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh man.
Yeah.
I
Was
honestly,
she supposed to be his girlfriend or sister or
I
just
like sister.
acquaintance?
I know nothing.
Yeah, I don't know
about
anything about her either. Yeah.
I'll look it up.
I do remember though.
You're not gonna find much.
Earlier in that match, they said Booker T has a problem with the powers that be because they suspended Stevie Ray. I'm like, yeah, good job, powers that be. There you go. All right. Anything I have to do to not see Stevie Ray?
Well, I honestly thought she was the black lady who's with the Bashams for a bit.
Oh yeah.
Until
What was her name?
JBL clotheslined her
Yeah.
and she came back with
Boobs.
implants.
Yeah. I forgot her name.
Yeah.
Darkness.
Darkness, everybody.
Fuck your couch.
Backstage, we go see Lex, who's just roaming around for Liz.
Liz!
Liz! Liz!
This is... I like that there's two extended situations where people are just running through locker rooms yelling for Liz.
Yeah.
Rack!
Rack! Rack!
We get a recap of the Pages versus the Flares, including DDP kissing David Flair.
Oh,
Okay.
naturally.
Mm-hmm.
And David stalking Kimberly like some sort of Michael Myers
Yeah.
type.
And him saying really weird stuff to her. Like, basically that he's going to murder her and
I wanna
carve
see
out
her
her body.
inside.
Yeah.
There's a moment when, like, they're in a bathroom and he, like, throws her
Yeah.
over a table and he's like, he has the crowbar, he's like, 14 spanks ain't gonna be nothing compared to this.
Right.
So I think he's just gonna jam it in somewhere, or...
He's going to the lagoon.
Yeah.
Get your crocodiles ready.
No, yeah, I can't take that one.
Yeah. Perfect.
Match number 10, David Flair versus Kimberly Page. For who booked this to begin with?
Well, we know who booked it. I really enjoy how when Kimberly comes out, the announcers go out of their way to say she's got a plan. She looks like she's a woman with a plan, right? Okay, it's important to know
The
this.
plan is to not get raped by a crowbar.
Her plan.
That's a good plan.
That's that's not the worst.
My
one.
plan.
That's
That
a
is my plan every day. Every day of my life.
And half the time, you're okay.
Yeah,
you
that's
you
true.
succeed in that plan.
99.9% of the time, my plan has worked.
Gotta stay out of the lagoon.
Yep. Do you want to go to Florida, Greg? No.
No. What part of Florida? No.
Everglades. No.
So wait, I'm sorry. I
Crocodile.
forget this joke. Are we fisting crocodiles?
And then using them,
using them as paddles?
to swim. Yes.
I don't quite remember the joke.
I lost it too.
The Fisting Lagoon.
Yeah. Those poor crocodiles.
That's got to be against the law, right? I mean, I'm not
I'm Florida.
I'm not up on. Yeah, that's true. There are no laws there.
It's Florida.
As long as you're not making meth in the crocodile, they don't care.
Florida's like Schrodinger's law.
Yeah.
Everything's illegal until it's not illegal. It's like, oh, did I get caught? Oops.
Oh, well.
Whoopsie. I guess I'll apologize to the alligator.
Sorry, not sorry.
Oopsie poopsie.
Guess we're going back to the lagoon.
We'll see you guys in a week.
Come on,
Oh,
me,
so now
Crappy.
Malenko's dressed like
Yeah,
that,
the fan, right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on to David Flair versus Kimberly Page. The first 2 minutes are completely fucked.
Yeah.
Where it's David Flair threatening to brain Kimberly Page with a crowbar, and she's like, "Yo, I'll suck your dick."
Yeah.
He's like,
man.
"Oh, I'm gonna brain you."
Hey,
"Yo, I'll suck your dick."
crowd pops for that. Crowd pops for the almost blowjob on pay-per-view.
It's weird and kind of disconcerting.
It is. It was very
It's-
weird. I didn't like that part. I thought that was really strange.
Yeah.
Well, beforehand though, like her first move is low blow. That's her first move, and David Flair's wearing a cup.
He's wearing a cup.
Oh,
Right.
smart.
Right. And so then he knocks on his dick with the crowbar to prove like, hey, I'm wearing a cup. So she goes for the seductive blowjob, right? Removes the cup, and then low blows him. So in my mind at this point, by the way, I think that's the plan that she had going in. Is like, I'm just going to hit him in the dick a lot.
Yeah.
That's
sure.
my master plan. A lot of dick shots.
If he's allowed to bring a crowbar, why wouldn't you bring your own crowbar?
Or a rape whistle.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know, a taser?
Gun.
Flare gun?
Your
Yeah.
husband, a knife.
David Flair
Or
versus
husband's friend.
David Flair versus
crowbar with
flare
nails
gun?
on it.
Anything. Anything besides my forearm and my mouth.
Yeah.
Those are my two things I'm using to defend myself. Because she...
Hey, those are the only things a modern woman needs.
Mm-hmm. Crowbar. Oh, no.
Crowbar, nails
Don't-
on it, her
no.
mouth.
don't
No.
have that.
How would you describe what Kimberly is wearing? Ty?
Spooge McDuck.
It's
Titty McGee.
a piece of fabric that's taped on the front. Not on the back. Nothing on the back. Taped on the front. Heavily taped.
Watch this in a way you can pause it and
Yeah.
slow-mo it.
Mm.
Oh, Jesus.
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 Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
You gotta get filled up with the load.
Wow, now that is a deep cut.
I do not get the reference.
That's Ultra Cool Podcast number 2.
Wow.
That's literally 12 years old.
I only know the one that I was on. It was
Oh yeah, you were Tommy Wiseau. That
Yeah.
was fun. That was a good episode, actually.
the Halloween. Did we do
We
Clamato?
drank the Clamato.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah,
Thanks for
boy,
bringing that
it
one up
sure
again.
was.
Oh my god.
So she, takes the cup out of David Flair with her teeth or something stupid, and then just wails on his dick. She gets on him, punches him, hits him with the cup, puts the cup on his mouth. It's like, eat your cup.
That ain't sanitary.
And then, once you get control of the situation, I'm not going to regret this. David Flair eventually just, pushes her on top of him, and he's about to bludgeon her to death with a crowbar. When, thank God, Chris Kanyon shows up.
Yeah, wow. Canyon.
Fucking Dr. Loomis, Chris Kanyon. Fresh off of Ready to Rumble. First
Yeah,
name drop for
that's right.
that.
Oh god, that's coming up.
That's right.
He
We should
low
watch that
blows.
Yeah, we will.
then. All right.
Low blows David Flair. And then checks on Kimberly, then he gets low blowed himself.
Man, nothing but dick shots.
And then DDP shows up. Once again, fresh off the set of being injured and not at all on the set of Ready to Rumble. And he just low blows him, or hits a hellacious diamond cutter. He 4 feet in the air drops him. It's pretty dope. And then he's gonna blast him in the nuts with the crowbar. And then Arn Anderson shows up. This is the most overbooked match until the main event.
Yeah. Arn, though, it makes sense. Arn's good friends with his dad, so he's going to come out there to save David. So he, chases off Canyon and DDP, and he gets David up, and they hug each other, and then Arn's music, somebody's music starts playing. And then what?
Oh, I believe DDP's music starts playing.
Yeah.
And then David just grabs the crowbar and blasts Arn right in the back with it, which causes the Owen stretcher spot.
Oh my god, how many fucking times is WCW going to do that?
I hate stretcher spots.
Yeah.
I hate hate, especially for this, where it has literally no impact on anything. Arn Anderson has no impact on this.
Mm-hmm.
He hit him once with the crowbar.
Fuck.
It
took so fucking long.
Yeah, looks like every other, like we saw with Sting, like we saw with Ric Flair, it takes like 8 minutes to get him out of there. Right. Oh.
I hate it.
It's awful.
Yeah.
And just wait until it actually happens one time. You know, like fucking Dean Ambrose, fingers crossed, breaks his fucking neck in the ring.
Well,
and then everyone's going to be fucking yelling at him and shit. And he's going to be dying and no one's going to know it.
2 years, Sid jumps off the top rope.
Yeah, right?
And where he's like, oh no, he's faking.
Well.
His legs and
then they zoom in and like, never mind.
His legs like touching his fucking
I'm
elbow.
really not looking forward to that pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I think I might actually fast forward. I saw that happen. I do not want to watch that again.
I know, look, I just want to point this out. I know we're not there yet.
Oh my God.
I love that. Oh, okay. I feel like that was just an opportunity. Like, he was walking so slow behind them. He's like, well, if they're not going to move any faster, I'm going to fucking make a moment of this.
There must be a hot girl in the crowd during the stretcher spot because everyone in the crowd starts chanting, "Take it off! Take it off!" True Canadian crowd. Cut backstage.
Please take it off.
Please, ma'am.
Cut backstage to Sid on the mic, who's gonna win.
He's great.
He's awesome.
Yeah, he is. He's so much fun.
Match number 11, the I Quit match. Goldberg versus Sid Vicious. I really wish this was an Iron Man match, because part of me really wants like a 30-minute match where these two no-sell each other for a half an hour to a no contest. They're just reading,
0-0.
reading books at the end. Just kicking each other.
It's just like, and they both fall backwards and just like sell. And they get up, it's like,
Sell?
fall backwards.
Who the fuck was selling in this match?
No, they just, well, that's psychology.
They're both crazy. They
Yeah.
don't know, they don't feel pain.
Why isn't Sid a face? Like,
Yeah.
after what we saw in the last pay-per-view, like, why has this not happened?
After tonight, he is.
Okay, but still, like, why isn't he here? It's
That's true.
so
After
weird.
tonight he is. Yeah, that makes sense.
Opening things start off, there's a bunch of power moves.
Mm-hmm.
The crowd is just chanting, "Goldberg sucks."
They really turn on
Goldberg
him.
sucks.
Is that like a Goldberg fatigue, or do you think it's just
I
Canada?
don't know. Maybe just Canada.
Both.
Because they were okay, yeah.
They're wrong, so fuck them.
No, I think Sid's way better than Goldberg now.
I would say Sid might be better than Goldberg, but I don't give a fuck. I like Goldberg. I don't give a fuck. He's perfect for what he is.
Sid is the man, though.
Sid is the man. There's no doubt.
Sid's won me over.
Sid, I feel bad for Sid because he's been prevalent for nearly a decade now at this point, right?
Yep.
And I feel like he never gets mentioned. He never gets mentioned with the greats or anything.
No, he definitely
But,
doesn't.
He wrestled all the greats.
The problem is he's made so many fuck ups.
Yeah, he has.
This
He's
is
a lot of
This
awesome.
is
Yeah.
right around the time of the. You think
shit,
you're.
I just fucked up
You
or
think
whatever,
you're. Nope.
yeah.
You think you're half the man. You think you're twice the man than I am.
That's coming up.
But I got half the brain that you do.
Yep.
That has already happened.
Okay.
Oh.
And you know, a lot of Sid fuck-ups, like him stabbing Arn Anderson with a pair of scissors, that happened. Him getting into a fight with Brian Pillman with a fucking squeegee, that happens.
That was the best smile I think I've ever seen on you.
Let's see, what else happened to Sid? Oh, the whole, like, we're live, pal? I mean,
We're live, pal.
Yep.
All right. Well, I guess I get that, but I mean, I don't know.
Here's the thing about Sid. He's a WWF champion and a WCW champion. Back in a time where that didn't happen often.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot to this match. It's like 5 minutes long. And that's why I hate there's 12 matches on this card. Like, I would love for this to have a little bit of breathing room for these guys to show what monsters they are.
Yeah. They've been putting on good matches, good enough matches.
Yeah.
This is fine.
Yeah.
You could have
be. I guess this probably isn't the end of the feud. There's got to be another match, like a blow off, right?
I don't know. You could have easily cut minutes away from other matches to give this one a little bit more time.
You have not had Oklahoma on this fucking card.
Disagree.
Strongly disagree.
Sid hits 2 choke slams on Goldberg, which is pretty sweet.
That was cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Goldberg is back on the offensive, locks in a Cobra Crut.
The Cobra Kai. Nailed it. Go ahead.
Locks in a Cobra Clutch.
Oh, right.
And Goldberg wins with Sid passing out and not saying "I quit," much to the chagrin of the Canadian crowd.
You know who hates this?
Who boos the fuck out of this match.
They wanted nothing to do with this one. They were
That makes
pissed.
sense to me, though. Like, that's a good way to let both people seem kind of strong.
Yeah, I think
It's an
so.
"I quit" match, though. The entire build-up was, you need to say "I quit" for this match to
So
be
what
over.
do? You just wait for him to wake up?
Yeah.
Hey, man. Nudge,
You let
nudge.
go, and then you powerbomb him or slap him or something. You can't. It's like if you did an I came sex move and you were just like, you just fell asleep halfway through.
That hits a little close to home.
Yeah,
though.
really
I'm not a
close
real
to home
big
for
fan
him.
of that joke, actually. If we could, can we
Do you feel
rewind?
inappropriate about it?
Can we rewind it?
Yeah. I've never seen your
Take it back,
videos.
please. What?
Most of the time, you last up until the end.
Up until I fall asleep.
Yeah, but that's the end.
The end.
Yeah.
I'm finished.
I've never seen.
Oh yeah.
Just ragdolls at the end. But you always say I'm finished.
Yes. Whether I am or not.
The old get down.
I'm just bored with this. I'm finished.
I'm done with it.
The old
I
get
think I've
down.
had enough.
The old get down, Mr. President.
Yeah. I'm just gonna clock out.
Yeah. You just finish this up on your own. I'm gonna go play video games.
Look at the time. Ooh, I think The Office is starting on Netflix,
Yeah.
so I gotta go.
Yeah. Starting on Netflix.
Starting on Netflix.
Yeah.
As in, I have to go hit play. I don't know. I was fine with the end of this match. It makes sense to me if it continues.
Just don't call it an I Quit match.
Yeah, this could have been something. This could have been any
That's
other
the
match.
intent. I don't know. Because now Sid can say, "I never said I quit," so the match doesn't count, and Goldberg still looks strong.
Yeah, but I hate to say it, but WWF Royal Rumble did the exact same thing better with Rock and Mankind with an I Quit match for a longer amount of time and a more brutal match. This is just...
I'm not going to say this was the pinnacle of I Quit match. I'm just saying it's an
just
acceptable
don't.
way to end it.
But just don't do that match then. Just have them have a match.
I don't feel like this is the right time to have done this match. This could have been like a why don't you just make it a submission match, or like I don't know. And he did. If you made this a submission match and he just passed out, the effect is still the same.
Yeah.
All right.
He didn't submit. He just passed out. You didn't have to make it an I Quit match.
I think this is the second pay-per-view in a row we've had, like, the referee was like...
stopped it. Right.
He stopped it for no reason because...
He was
And-
unconscious.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but that's...
You're not allowed to continue pummeling on a passed out dude.
It is if he doesn't see I Quit. I'll pummel on my
how
passed
the
out
rules
wife
work.
until she comes.
man, I hope you're listening to the.
I sure hope people are watching the live stream.
Yeah, right.
Let's just
Because
check
that's
in.
gonna get edited right out.
What's the wife's screen name? I want a divorce says.
Oh.
I want a divorce.
Wow,
Weird.
okay.
Just the first time she's ever posted on anything.
That's not that weird.
I hear it all the time.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Right before I tell her I'm done and then pass out.
Oh, pink fireworks. I wonder if they have this plan. Weird.
Backstage, Mean Gene stirs the shit pot between Lex and Liz.
That's what he does.
He's like, hey, I heard Liz fucked off.
Yeah.
What's up with that? And Liz is like, hey, I don't get mad. I get even. And I'm sure that just means he's going to cost her a match at some point.
Yeah, right. It's gonna
What are
get
you
even.
getting even with?
Yeah.
He's gonna go home and just like throw some pepper in her eyes while she's sleeping.
Gotcha.
Liz.
He's not even gonna wait for her eyes to open. He's just gonna throw it on her.
Good night, baby.
He's gonna,
We're
he's
even
not-
Steven
he's
now.
gonna make sure she doesn't finish until she's asleep. Gotcha! Ha ha! Your main event for the evening, match number 12 for the WCW title. Chris Benoit taking on Borthort. No bumper tonight. I'm sure he's still putting the finishing touches on his ADR for Ready to Rumble.
That's
I
right.
couldn't get through customs.
No. Yeah, that's right.
Like, you look suspiciously like M. Bison.
The day you met Michael Buffer may have been the most important day of your life. But for me, it was a Thursday. Sir, back of the line.
Cavity search.
You will rue the day you fucked with Buffer.
Guile.
Kyle?
I will say good on Russo for making this the main event.
That's what I'm saying. Like this.
cool.
This is a perfect main event for this.
This is
right?
literally the first time anything has ever made sense ever.
Yeah. This is a perfect main event where it doesn't matter who wins. The Canadian fans are going home happy.
Right.
And I've been exhausted for like half this pay-per-view at this point. The crowd is so fucking hyped for this. They are on their fucking feet, like, exploding at the moment that Chris Benoit gets his surprisingly dope entrance with like lasers,
green lasers and shit. Yeah, man,
it's great.
Mm-hmm.
This is awesome.
I mean, the fans are behind both guys, and it's no matter what happens, the fans are going ape shit. It's wonderful.
Fans are crazy.
Yep.
Both these guys are like hyper focused. It's dope.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the match itself is so clean. I mean, when they're actually wrestling each other and there's not a lot of outside stuff going on, it's very smooth.
Oh, these guys are good.
Yeah.
Oh man, we got a cashback.
We got a freshly peed dog.
Yeah.
Look how much more life he is.
I know. Energetic.
Oh my god.
All over the place.
We should all be so lucky to pee.
However,
You've been going in the chair. I mean, in the couch.
Yeah, no, I'm going right now. That's why I'm so excited.
Whoa!
Uh-oh.
Did he unplug something?
Yes.
Like it.
The
shit.
What did he get?
It's always
you got the power there.
yeah.
Cash. Evil cash.
Did it pause everything?
Yep.
Did we lose anything?
I hope not. That is another.
I'd be surprised if that affected like what we had.
Oh, that's like
The 3 hours.
Nice. Quality stuff. 3 quality hours.
Yep.
You have recorded well before we started.
That
makes
cannot
sense.
be your excuse every time.
It can if it's true every time.
Yeah, no, we didn't. Yeah, that seems about right.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? It's like 9:10 right now, and we probably started around 6. Yeah, that's fine.
Makes total sense.
Yeah.
We'll be done by 9:30, which is a good time for us.
Yeah, right.
Tie.
The question is to make sure that not everything.
This is a riveting Twitch video we got right now.
Yeah.
What are we watching right now? Is this? Oh, this is
the
Mayhem 2000.
Yeah. And that was the problem. So I watched Mayhem 1999 last night, and then 2000 started immediately afterwards because I was watching it on my computer.
Right.
And that's why I thought 3 count was on this episode, and I was talking about Chronic and stuff. Because in that episode, Disco hires Chronic for I think $25,000.
Oh, I gotcha. All right.
So that's what was confusing me.
Chronic. Man, now Chronic is a Wrath.
What?
Yeah, one of the members of Chronic is Wrath.
Oh, Chronic's not a person?
No, it's 2 guys.
God damn it.
Back to the internet. Man, look how small that crowd is.
Yeah, I know. Like I can't wait to talk about that. It's like
That is so tiny.
it's like a gymnasium.
Look at oh my god, that's like a TNA crowd. Holy crap. There's Ron Weasley in front of him.
Alright.
Alright. It's actually Harry Potter's birthday.
Harry Potter or
No,
Rat
Harry
Club.
Potter. The real character, Harry Potter.
The real character, not that fake
no,
actor.
Not that Daniel guy. Put that here.
Ugh.
Moments ago, the pay-per-view didn't start.
This was pre-pay-per-view. No one wanted to see this. Good thing they had the cameras rolling, right?
Man, the attendance is so low at this point. The biggest shock. So I've been looking at the the buy rates, right, and the actual buys.
Mm-hmm.
When we get to Starrcade '99, I have some horribly shocking news. I've never been looked at numbers before and Jesus Christ, to see that big of a drop is ridiculous.
Crazy.
It's like they got Kiwi.
Yeah.
They went from 450,000 buys in 1999. Yeah, for 1999 Starrcade, and it goes to 60,000 in 1 year.
Shit. Look at that.
That's Booker T's wife.
Really?
Yeah. That's Charmel.
Midnight?
Wee wee.
He's not the worst for what he is.
No, it's fine. In TNA, him and Lodi formed the West Hollywood Blondes.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Who the fuck is this? Oh God, Mike Sanders.
Who looks like he should be wrestling like house shows
Yeah.
in Whitehall.
Above average. Yeah.
That's a funny gimmick.
This is when WCW couldn't afford anybody, so they literally just brought in power plant guys. They're developmental, and just brought them up, all of them like at once.
Yeah.
Which is how you got like Jindrak, O'Hare, Mike Sanders, Palumbo.
Yeah.
Who
Who go on to do real things?
What's that?
Who go on to do real things?
Yeah.
Ed, did you do any of the Moment of Triumph stuff today?
Nope,
It's cool.
not at all.
There's a lot of cool shit going on.
Oh, today's the 31st, isn't it?
Hell yeah.
God damn it.
There's actually like, considering it's like an unheralded like update and stuff, there's actually a lot of stuff.
No, today's heralded.
No, but I mean like, you know, like it's not part of the July update or anything. Like it's not a major patch. It's just new shit.
Today, like,
Sort
it's been on the roadmap for months now. July 31st is going to, like, the start of the season of Heroes or whatever
Yeah.
it is, and a bunch of stuff.
So they basically made like a bunch of story missions, like super hard heroic things.
Yeah.
And they give you like base level 200 armor that you started the game with.
That's freaking awesome.
And they make you do those missions with that armor to like power up the armor.
Yeah.
It's relatively hard.
So, back in the day, people found secrets in 1AU. Like, there's 2 secret spots you can get to. One in the beginning, you crawl underneath the pipes, and there's a whole room that you can kill an elite in that's named.
Oh.
And then in the area where you're in the sun and like hiding behind things, there's a jumping puzzle there that you can get up and kill another elite.
Where is that?
Test 1 2.
In 1AU. It's in the Almighty.
Test 1 2
Oh,
1
okay.
2 test.
Interesting. Test 1 2 1 2. Interesting. I'm curious to see what comes of that.
Yeah, I wonder if it was made specifically for this.
What are you talking about?
Destiny update.
Oh, cool.
So, like the big expansion, Destiny doesn't come out like every year, but,
Yeah.
but every other year they make like a nearly new game-sized expansion. That comes out September 4th. Wow, that was fucking cool. That's move. Yeah, look, he's as shocked as I am. So like, but today is sort of like maps the end of year 1. So,
I got you.
so it's like the Moment of Triumph is next month where you like redo a bunch of missions, but like with different criteria, and they like recap all the cool shit you've done this year and stuff like that. It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, they come out with like all these challenges that you can complete for like specific in-game rewards that are only
Yeah.
available for X amount of time.
Oh, okay, all right. So you have to do it. Okay,
Right.
that
And
makes
like
sense.
if you've done enough of them, you can get like a real world shirt. Like you don't even get the code to order the shirt until you've done enough of them in the game.
That's cool.
I can just wrap up this.
Yep. Oh yeah.
show
We're
then.
good. Yep.
Yeah. What was the last thing we said? Oh shit.
Did Cash just?
Yeah.
So we're in the middle of
So
the
the match is
Yeah.
fine, but we get a lot of the Russo bullshit. It's
Yeah.
nothing but like a bunch of run-ins. We start with Dean Malenko, who is dressed as the guy who poked him in the stomach.
Right. But we
Early
still
in
don't
the
know
evening.
why. And he attacks. So we thought it was Bret Hart, but he attacks Benoit.
Yeah. I don't get it, and maybe that gets explained later, but I don't remember that having a real ending to it.
Next we get Hall and Nash running in, specifically so Goldberg can spear Nash.
Man, Hall. I mean, I didn't really notice it in the match, but he looks flabby as shit.
Yeah,
he looks
terrible.
Oh man.
I'm sure Bret Hart's angry because I'm kind of upset at this point.
This is my moment.
Yeah.
Why? How dare you rob my moment with all your bullshit? I don't like this.
I should be going over 8 people.
Every one of these motherfuckers better shake my hand at the end of this.
However, After the runs, we get some nice, good, old-fashioned, traditional Canadian wrestling.
Yep.
And these guys are pretty good at it.
Pretty fucking good.
Stu would be proud. It is
Yeah.
very clean, very smooth. There's no fuck-ups at all. You
Benoit-
got to be happy with it.
Benoit's not on fire like he was
Yeah.
at the beginning, like the first match. But these guys have a lot of chemistry.
Yeah.
They do a great job together. Anything for the finish on this one?
No.
Because the finish is like probably a favorite moment of wrestling I've seen in a long time. Hart tosses Benoit outside, tries to mull him back inside. There's a lot of German suplexes. Then a lot of reversals. It's just flippy shit, reversal, flippy shit, suplex, flippy shit for like a solid minute. And it's clean and looks great.
Yeah. Like, they certainly picked the right two people to do that.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. In front of the right crowd to do this.
Yeah. And then we get the sharpshooter, which gets one of the biggest pops
Yeah.
in wrestling history. And then Benoit submits.
Yeah. Clean
Yeah.
win, and that's the exact way you needed to end this.
It's weird to see them do
yeah,
something
well,
Air
right.
quote clean.
Right, there was interference, but it didn't involve like
Right.
the actual ending. Nobody hit like Bret Hart, and then he stumbled into something. This is the way this match needed to end. In front of the right crowd, everybody's gone home happy. This was like I said at the beginning of the show. This is perfectly planned from
Right.
start to finish.
And proper
Yeah.
fanfare for when somebody wins your world championship.
Right, yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like, people
like
have to look
fireworks,
happy,
yeah.
not
Right.
see you Monday.
And fireworks
Perfect.
are going off, and
Yeah.
Bret invites his family into the ring. I assume that's
Right.
his family. Yeah.
No,
Like-
I had a really funny joke about that. Because Brett's family comes in. It's like, are both families backstage right now? So, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
is Benoit's family backstage? It's like, let's go home, kids.
All right.
I guess
No ice
I guess
cream
we're not
now.
going out tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great. They had the pink fireworks, as Greg mentioned.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wunderbar.
It was great.
It was good. And like this
really
is
great.
a
And it was
home-
they swayed me for two wrestlers I don't like. One I actually hate, not the murderer, obviously. For two wrestlers I really hate, wrestling a style I really hate. This match won me over. Like,
Yeah.
it was good, hard hitting, moves had impact. It was great.
and you had the story started with a 32-man, tournament for the world championship, and it logically ended with a
Yes.
clean finish
Weird.
in front of on a pay-per-view in front of a hot crowd.
I recognize that Russo's the wacky one.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, it's the Russo era, everything's on a pole, whatever. We've been watching WCW for 4 solid years now. This is the first time a pay-per-view has ever had a through line and a satisfying, logical conclusion.
Out of everything he did wrong tonight, that finish made up for a lot of it.
And I don't think he did anything wrong, so... I mean, that was just that was the cherry on the top of a perfect cherry cake.
No, I was thoroughly. This is the second pay-per-view I've had in a row, and I can't remember the last time that's ever happened. Where I am happy with what we saw. I was happy with what we saw last time. I'm very happy with what we saw this time. At least it makes sense now. And I can't believe I'm saying that about a Russo pay-per-view. But at least you were saying, like, the storylines, everything progressed the way it should, and it ended the way it should, and everything felt organized.
Yes.
Everything felt like this
Right,
is how
like somebody
this is-
actually wrote it down.
Right, yeah, right.
It was like, you're going to do this, this, and this, and you're going to come in here, and these people are going to interact at the same time.
I don't think my character would do that, brother. You're off the card.
Yes. Well, then I guess you don't get to wrestle. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
right. Sorry.
Sorry, Hacksaw. You're going to have to give your 2x4 to Buff.
But I sleep with that.
Tough Nuggets. So does he now.
I kind of agree. I feel like there was... I feel like the subtlety... Like, I had an idea of what Russo was going for at the end of last show. Now it's more like the subtlety of a guitar to the head. It's like, guess what, bros? I'm the bad guy. But also, Jeff Jarrett's here, and we're doing the other stuff. So I think the idea of what's going ahead, a little bit muddied. I had a long time, like a really hard time getting through about half the show.
Now, granted, I don't pay that much attention while I watch this, so take this with a grain of salt. This was the first show in literally years that I was interested in, that kept me interested. Like, I didn't watch the matches still because who gives a shit about wrestling, but like, I liked all the stories that were being told. My favorite match was the one where they barely wrestled in, so that was fun. It was basically just a running joke.
I watched all the wrestling and all the matches, and
You know what?
uh,
It was overbooked, which is Russo's calling card. It
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Like, Russo to himself will say he doesn't know how to book an ending to a match. That's very obvious. There's a lot of these matches that just kind of petered out, that just didn't really have anything going on or had a lot of interference. So that's obvious. But I think it's we were talking about. It's like we've seen so much garbage. It was nice to get like a story.
Yeah.
And,
I'll take anything.
yeah. Right.
At this
Well,
point.
yeah, I mean, to put it to a point, like 3 episodes ago, so 3 pay-per-views ago, I was like ready to end the podcast.
Yeah.
Like I just couldn't bear watching another one of these fucking things. I had nothing to say. The most interesting thing was that I railed against Bret Hart for an hour and a half. Like that was just so miserable. So I'm back in. Like I'm
Yeah.
excited again.
Like I said, like while watching it, I could not stand this show. I hate Oklahoma. I thought that was weird. I hate like the Medusa being weird and giving up on her dreams to make out with fucking Evan Courageous.
Every girl's fantasy right there.
Yeah. I do love the Dr. Claw Russo shots. I love Double J being the chosen one, where he's like, "Oh yeah, guess what? You're my second hand man. Go out there and fuck people up." I like that. There's a lot to love, a lot to hate. After watching it, I had a lot more fun talking about it than I did watching it.
That's fine. I mean, like
That's,
yeah. Sometimes
that's
you have
fine.
to like discuss it and throw it out there to really
It's-
enjoy it. I got a lot of entertainment out of this one.
It's worth digesting, and I mean, for what it is, it's worth watching this car wreck of a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
This pay-per-view is not a car wreck, and it's fucking awesome. Ty's absolutely 100% wrong. Like this was the best pay-per-view I've seen in years.
You didn't see it though.
I watched it again today when we were setting up.
Does
You
it-
said you didn't watch half the matches though.
Now, is it better than Sold Out 96? Or
No.
97, whatever.
No, it's not.
Okay. But maybe a number 2?
Maybe, yeah, legit. I'm not joking. Like, I fucking loved the shit out of this pay-per-view. It's the best one we've seen probably
In a
since
while.
Sold Out 97.
Yeah.
96, whatever the good one was.
The last episode of WCWTF podcast.
I can't wait for more. I'm
I'm excited for more
re-energized.
too.
Yeah, I am too. You know, say what you will about Russo, but we're looking forward to the next episode. I really want to see what's going to happen with Bret Hart.
Match of the night. MVP. Shining Light WCWTF of the night. Match of the night. For me, I think it's obvious. Benoit, Jeff Jarrett.
That's what I said too.
Yeah, Benoit, Jeff Jarrett. But it's real close with Benoit and Bret Hart. That was
Yeah,
a
that was
tremendous
really good.
championship.
I think
That
honorable
was a
mention,
great match.
even though it wasn't a good match, fucking Nasty Boy
Oh, yeah. that was
versus
a lot of
Norman
fun.
Smiley. That had a
was
lot of
fun.
good moments.
That
in
was
that.
the most fun plunder we've had
Yeah.
in a long time.
That really was something.
My MVP actually goes to Norman Smiley.
Oh, there you go. That's a good
Because
one.
I love him showing up in the full goalie gear, being like, "I'm the pinnacle
Yeah.
of hardcore wrestling," and then someone drops like a can on the back and says, "Ah, what's that?"
He's a hardcore warrior.
He hides behind Mean Gene. It's like, "Ow, no, I'm good. I'm good."
Yeah.
That was great, especially for the WCW inaugural hardcore champion.
To have a coward be the champion.
So telling.
That was good. I'm gonna say Chris Benoit. Just because like the 2 matches that he was in, like he worked really well with Jarrett, he worked really well with Bret Hart, and I almost always give it to somebody if you wrestle twice. So
all right.
I'm gonna go with Benoit.
I'm gonna shock the system.
Ooh,
I'm gonna do something a little crazy here.
Adam Cole.
Michael Cole.
Lex Luger. Wow. Lex Luger was so fucking
Do you feel-
good.
do you
on
feel
this
weird right now
pay-per-view.
saying
I
that?
know. I'm a little tingly, but like a bad tingly.
Yeah.
Like I'm about to get hit by a lightning bolt.
Or go to the Lagoon.
Or go to the crocodile fisting lagoon. Look, his match was awesome. Like, maybe it wasn't good, I don't give a shit. It was fucking awesome. His through line was awesome. His promos were great. The fact that he made himself present throughout the entire pay-per-view. I mean, if you're talking about most valuable player in its most literal sense, you got more interesting moments out of Luger this time than anybody else. It was just fucking awesome. He fucking brought out a neck collar to resist the tongue and death grip.
Not only that, he went out, beat up Sting, went to the back. He was like, ah!
Yeah. I found a doctor in the 3 minutes since the last time you saw me.
Very funny.
Yeah.
That was pretty
Really
funny.
great.
Mm-hmm.
He's so good in this pay-per-view. Lex Luger's got to be MVP.
Man.
My secondary went to Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, yeah, of course.
He's Jeff Jarrett.
Every pay-per-view, according to Greg, has Jeff
Yeah.
Jarrett as the MVP.
Shining Light.
Oh, man. There's a couple.
There are.
Yeah.
Believe it or not,
you know
there's a ton.
What I said earlier, Jimmy Hart perched up on the stairs, throwing like food down like Donkey Kong. That was great. He might as well just been like hollering while he was up there. That was really funny.
Shining Light. How you go?
I had three that I wanted to bring up.
Wow.
Number one,
Wow, it sounds like you really love this pay-per-view. You have so many Shining Lights.
the Radicals and the Filthy Animals interviews. I loved both those.
Oh yeah.
What if dinosaurs existed, huh? They'd be
was
pooping
good.
everywhere. Which went to, hey, is it the belt or the hat? The hat? Go ahead and touch it. That's a no.
This delivery was
Wonderful.
really funny.
That's Conan.
Yeah.
I really dug the I'm gonna fist you with a crowbar David Flair.
Ugh.
With him just Michael Myersing around. I thought that was really funny.
Super weird.
Yeah.
Super great, super weird. And that last minute of the main event, like, that's one of the best like finishes to a pay-per-view we've seen in a long time. And I honestly, I think I've personally seen in wrestling.
Right.
It was
in a
so
long
exciting.
That's what should have been the fucking end of the Sting Hogan match. It
Yeah,
started
right.
in 90 whatever.
That would have been great, right? A
So-
clean ending. That was
Right.
so exciting.
A clean
that last-
ending
yeah.
where Sting's family and other WCW, non-NWO WCW people around.
Right.
With some fucking fireworks.
Even before that, like
And
I
a
love-
banner that falls down says WCW forever or some shit.
I love that. I just mean like the suplexes and the flippy shit,
Yeah.
and the fact that they did everything, and then the great celebration, and not having the crowd throw drinks at them.
Even though someone threw a drink at Bret. Someone
Well,
threw a
you always
Sprite-
have to.
a Sprite bottle.
I don't like sprites.
Someone blasted Benoit like right in the face.
Like Sierra Mist.
Shining Light is when Malenko missed his cue pose. I worked all night on that pose. We were supposed to take 4 steps and pose. You took 2 and pose. I was ready for 4. You embarrassed me. I'm going to the D. I'm going to the E. No one can stop me. Be a new radical.
Don't give up. Got your reason to live.
That's a great Perry Saturn impression.
Thank you.
Yeah. WCWTF moment of the night.
Oh, man.
I'm going to say the weird payoff to that dude stabbing Malenko with
Oh, yeah.
Canadian flag.
Very confusing.
Super duper confusing.
Yeah.
I don't get any of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Kimberly blowjob spot. Because that was just awkward and it lasted forever, and then her whole like payoff was just hit him in the dick. That was it.
I know you guys loved it. I just hate Oklahoma. Wow. So hard.
What a shame. One day
But
you'll know what
my
good things are.
main one goes to Kimberly trying to S David's D instead of getting a crowbar
Yeah.
in her V.
Right.
A C and her D.
That's a good C in the V. I'm glad none of us said the elevator. I was gonna get pissed if you said elevator.
Yeah, no way.
Don't wear a C in jail over your B's.
Good advice.
But yeah, man, what a weird moment where it's like, oh no, David, no. Whoa.
Are we gonna see it? Because you also think in the back of your mind, like, this is Russo. Like, are we gonna see this? Like, is this a thing?
And he's legit, like, he's not even looking into it. He's not like, oh, he's not like Val Venus is like,
Yeah.
tossing the crowbar aside.
Or it's like goofy.
yeah.
Right, yeah.
He's like, I'm going to bludgeon you if you do not slob on my knob. And it's weird.
It is
I'm
weird.
not super into it.
At least I will say this about David Flair. Very soon he's gonna get Daphne and he's gonna get Crowbar, and both of those are awesome. So that's gonna be a cool group.
He's gonna get Crowbar?
A man
by
like
Daphne?
Crowbar.
Yeah, Daphne gonna Crowbar him in the lagoon.
That lucky duck.
Yeah.
It's like, Instead of a man called Crowbar.
Yeah. I love Crowbar.
He loves to crow 'em. He loves to bar 'em. He's gonna bar 'em.
He's
Gonna crow 'em.
That one
Because
gets
he's a
out fast.
crowbar.
What's
that from?
Mr. Ass's theme song?
Oh.
He loves to pick him, and he's gonna stick him.
Oh.
He's an ass man.
I get it.
Oh, I was trying to think of a man called Crowbar. A different way. Oops. Alright, guys. It's been a long one. It's going to be a nightmare to edit again.
No, it won't.
Nah,
Just
you
leave it all in.
leave everything in. Focus on the Lagoon stuff. And you'll be
Copy
fine.
post.
Yep.
I just edited for you.
Done.
I guess theme music.
Leave
Although
it
you
all
did
in.
the Canadian theme.
Yeah,
so,
we sang it.
So you don't even need
No
theme
copyright
music.
strike on that one either. It's a national anthem. Leave especially the stuff you said in.
The national anthem or
Right.
Canadian theme.
Leave all the divorce talk in. We need that.
That's crucial. That's gonna be evidence. soon.
Right.
For the WCWTF podcast, I've been your host, the man of 1,004 suicide watches, Tyrell, whatever my name was. Tyrell Marinara.
Yep.
Long joke.
Tyrell Marinara. That's such a good name.
That is a really good one.
I just want cheese sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Delicious.
The man of 1,004 names, Tyrell Marinara. You can find me on Twitter at 1,004 names. Don't forget to check us out. Patreon. Patreon.com/WCWTF podcast. YouTube. Check us out. Idiots with Mike's WCWTF podcast. We've got some fun stuff going on there. Some older episodes. We're going to be resuming some new fun stuff. I'm working on streaming some Twitch right now. Summer's rough, but
Summer's been real rough,
Yeah.
especially for Ty and I because we traveled
You
together.
guys are all over
Yeah.
the place. You're going to be there someplace in this weekend, right?
Yeah, we're in Plattsburgh Comic Con this weekend. Anybody feels like checking that out?
Yeah. Also, we got some stuff in the work on YouTube. Something I kind of floated to these two guys today, an idea that I had for something that I might be doing. So
And I totally remember whatever it was.
involves
We'll see,
reading.
And I did totally remember whatever it was.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, great.
We'll see how things go from there.
Yeah. I'm Killer Greg. You can find me at KillerGreg17 on Twitter. And you can find us on Twitch. Twitch.tv for Ty. /Idiots with Mike's or Twitch.com, as everyone in the world will put into their browser.
And this is Megastar Mark. You can follow me at Megastar Mark, and make sure to follow us at WCWTF Podcast on Twitter. We have some awesome stuff coming up. Gotta say, people will tweet at me and they said, "When are you gonna run out of pictures of crowds at WCW?" And I'm like, "Motherfucker, I'm in the Russo era.
Yeah, obviously
I have
we
a
don't know
folder of thousands of them at this point." So it is some great stuff coming up. Be sure to give us a follow. We definitely appreciate it.
Yeah.
Next time, I believe we are. Wait, Starcade already?
Yeah.
Is it really Starcade
It
up
is.
next?
Believe we're
Oh,
Starcade
man.
because this was World War III.
Yeah, you're
'cause
right.
That's gone.
I hope Bret
Mayhem.
Hart likes his head on his shoulders because it's about to get knocked off into the 8th fucking row on Starcade. So, give you something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Ripperoni. Bortatoni.
When I make my easily accessible Italian canned goods in Walmart one day, it's going to be Tyrell Marinara.
Oh.
Tyrell Marinara brings...
Can we get Ripperoni?
Yeah.
Yes!
Ripperoni
Oh
and
my
Tyrell
God.
Marinara sauce?
That's
Yeah.
gonna be delicious.
For sure. It's just going to be recanned Chef Boyardee.
But with a nice label on it.
Yeah, much nicer.
No, it's not going to be a nice name.
I'm gonna get Nicole on this.
It's a blank can with a Sharpie.
It's heavily dented.
This ain't your mom's marinara.
It's just a picture of a wiener on it.
All right. See
Until
y'all.
next time.
Yeah.
See you all
See you later,
Starcade.
guys.
Thank you.
Bye.